You're killing me. Our broadcast is live.
Who cares?
Let me grab the YouTube link. I'll give it to you as well, Rob.
Oh, come on, dude.
YouTube link in the chat. Okay.
I think they're right outside the door.
They're just they're butt fucking right outside your door.
No.
Alright, let's get this party cracking.
Crack-a-lacka.
Oh, oops. Stop singing, Evan, or I'll kill you. What?
Huh?
It is Friday, September 6th, 2013, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm your host, Alex O'Neill, and this week I am joined by Evan the Walrus Wall.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Scott the Enigma Guthier is joining us. Brian Nabishin Jackson is here.
Hey, Miss Seymour.
And,
Oh, God. Little Shop of Horrors? Nice.
and a special guest this week, we have Rob Castelletta of Gamecocks.
Yeah, the Gamecocks Gamecast. Wonderful. Thank you.
The gamers out there.
Oh, yes.
A cock for everybody, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. We bring out everyone's inner cock, so.
Yep. And,
Some might say they're the cockiest people on the internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many times I say cock in this episode? Start the counter.
It's already started, Alex. I can leave now if you want.
This is our cash is just gonna slowly degrade into Gamecocks gaming.
Oh, hold on, I'll get Nick.
Just bring Nick in here.
He's probably waiting for the invite right now. He's like waiting on Twitter, scrolling through, refresh. Like,
he's just
maybe they will, maybe they will.
His dick in one hand, Twitter in the other.
Yes.
Waiting.
Door closed, wife beating on the door. What are you doing in there, Nick? Nothing. Leave me alone.
You hear a dog yelp in the background.
Oh no! I just went to a really disgusting dark place because of you.
You're welcome. Rob, it is a pleasure to have you on. How are you doing? What are you all about?
What I'm all about?
Gaming.
Gaming and cocks.
Yeah, as much as I can. Gaming and Gamecocks. Work. That's about it. Started negotiating on a big contract today, so it's been fun.
Yes, you live an interesting life, or at least I'd like to imagine that you do, because it makes you way cooler.
Well, I like to hear what you think my life is like.
Like, you're always talking about these contracts, and I'm imagining like you're buying and selling lives.
Assassination contract.
So he's Hitman.
You are the hitman.
Yes.
Just
I've
refer
said
to
too
you
much.
as Agent 47 exclusively from now on. But yeah, like Rob, just a real quick shout out for you. Where can people find more of you on the internet?
At Robzilla1979 on Twitter, and if you feel compelled, gamesonhate.com. Hate is spelled H-A-I-G-H-T, like the street in San Francisco. I post when I can post, or the Gamecocks Gamecast podcast. It's probably the best way, really, once a week.
Mm-hmm. Where can people find Gamecocks? I don't know. Honestly.
Like the real Gamecocks, like the roosters bred for cockfighting?
No, Gamecocks Gaming podcast.
You could go on iTunes. I just switched everything up. You might want to search Games on Hate or the Gamecocks Gamecast. It should pop up.
Okay.
Get it? Pop up?
Gotcha. Oh, man. All right. Awesome. Cool. Well, check out Rob's stuff. I've been on the Gamecocks Gaming before it was a cock.
I bet you have.
Back when it was just a wee chick.
Shit.
And it was a lot of fun. And
Would you say that you rode that cock to fame and fortune?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. You're welcome.
But yeah, I've been on a couple shows. It's a good show. You should check it out.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And Rob is here to
Yes.
join us on this crazy adventure. Give you guys not that Rob. To give you guys an update on what's been going on the site. The last 2 episodes of Alex Talks are up by the time you can hear this. And yeah, that's it for Alex Talks for a couple of months. I'm gonna take a break because it takes a lot of
It's
time.
so exhausting putting the camera in front of me and talking.
It is. Oh God, I can only stroke my ego for so much. So,
I know, right? Like, I have a topic. Twitter, give me a topic. What?
I have
Pussy
so
part?
many-
Yeah, I'll talk about that for 20 minutes.
I have so many topics from Twitter now. Like I have them all stockpiled up. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody that watched it. I had a lot of fun doing it. I can't wait to start doing it again, but I want to write a little bit more until then, and I want to get more reviews done. I wrote a first draft.
Plus, you got school.
Yeah, I got school, but hopefully I'll still be able to write more. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna do one for Extra Life, and then I'm gonna do one for the PS4, and I'll probably get back into doing it around November. So look out for that. Other than that,
PS4 fanboy.
I know. God, I'm disgusting. If you look at the N4G comments, that's what everyone says too. I wrote an article on the site, just kind of telling people where I'm at. Xbox One versus PS4, does it really matter anymore? And I got a lot of interesting comments. So check that out.
It still matter, Alex. It does.
Okay. That's an interesting perspective. We'll have to talk about it, but not right now because we have enough to talk about this week. But yeah, it's everything's up. The episode 4 of Malicious Underground Podcast X is up for your enjoyment as well. So go check that out. By the time you listen to this, hopefully, I'll have my Dive Kick review done. But I can only hope. So there you go. Let's get into it. Rob, how's life treating you? How's your week been?
Good. Really
Good.
busy with work.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot not a whole lot of gaming time this week, unfortunately, but it's been good. Just a lot of stress.
Okay. Just nothing interesting crops up. Just the few spare moments of video game time that you have.
Oh, are we talking about like what am I playing right now, or?
Not yet. No, that was just
Okay.
implication.
What
Don't
you
worry.
been doing this week?
Nothing apparently.
What are you
What-
playing? A video game called Life.
Yes, exactly.
I think he's been contracting, right, Alex?
Contracting lies. To be
Contracting
bought.
lies, arguing with people, hiring, firing, doing everything. Yes.
Cool. Nabishin, what about you, man?
There's been nothing but work constantly for the last week.
I bought you dinner. I soiled you up.
did.
That happened.
Come up. There's Chipotle up here.
Okay, sold. I'm moving in, Evan.
God, did you watch Giant Bomb tax panel yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, there's so much Chipotle in that panel. It was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
I
That's
tweeted
awesome.
that at you like yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, I didn't understand it. I didn't process it. Well, yesterday I was not in the right mindset, but
But it's
break was over, wasn't
insane. It's literally probably their most craziest panel they have done. It's insane. I'm surprised how much they were able to do what they did.
that's awesome. I'm excited to watch
I
it.
don't want to spoil anything about it, but it's insane. It's really good.
Yeah, I just saw a clip of it, like real quick, and I just saw that Jeff is wearing like a suit jacket,
Oh, it's blazer.
and he looks amazing. And I'm looking at this still screen on the website, and John Vignacchi is holding up 2 boxes full of Disney Infinity toys.
Yeah.
And yep, I'm sold.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
my week. There's nothing but work. Hung out with you a little bit, and I'm gonna try to survive by fasting for the next few weeks. I'm gonna survive off water. We'll see how that works out.
Okay. You should just start adding sedatives, or not sedatives, sediments to your water.
You know, it's so weird. It's like I've never been like a a workout person or like a fitness person or anything like that. Because I never eat. I barely ever eat, and when I do eat, I eat like the crappiest shit, and like because that's like the only food I ever eat out of nothing. Is like I never get fat or anything like that. So like I'm wondering like how much weight I will lose by actually not eating. It's weird. Not that I'm fat or anything. Not that I need to lose weight because I don't. I work out like almost all the time, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
You're not anorexic, are you? Do you need help, like counseling or something?
No issue. I have barely any money for anything. So.
He has an anorexia called poorness.
Got it.
You
got it.
Justin,
if you need a job, I can hook you up. But you got to come out here to the West Coast, man.
Yeah, now let's just move out, get jobs as
That's
contractors.
right. Oh, I ran into Ryan McCaffrey today, by the way.
Okay. How's Ryan doing? I met him once.
Good. I just saw him passing on the streets today. I said what's up to him.
Okay, that's awesome. I saw Justin Davis on the street when I was in San Francisco, and I said what's up to him. Justin Graffius in the chat says, "Oh, not this show again," and that's sweet owie action. So if you want to get that, you should listen to Malicious Underground Podcast X episode 4 for that sweet yaoi action. Scotty, man, how was your week treating you?
No.
No. No, indeed.
It's been a slow week. Not much has happened this week.
Mm-hmm. Nothing of note. Just a League of Legends game happening right now.
No, that ended.
Okay, good stuff.
Have you started school yet, Scott?
Yes.
We've all started school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't
now
know.
we officially
Sorry.
all started school. Yeah, Evan and Scott started this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started like last week.
Okay, I started last week as well. I wasn't sure. How's school treating you, Scotty?
Same old.
Okay.
I have just about all night classes now, though.
Weird. Nothing on Fridays, though, apparently?
Nothing on Friday.
Good
Yeah,
man.
Scott.
You're a better man than Tony. Who's like, man, Magic on Friday nights? Cool. Fuck podcasting. And that's that. Because apparently Magic the Gathering is more important than us.
A new host on the show, Alex, and replaces Tony.
Okay. I think this kid named Nick on the internet really wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it so bad. We have 7 hosts on this podcast. I think we have enough.
Well, they're not on all week.
All week? Every week, you mean?
All week, every week.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. You know what?
I like how you like stealthily reintroduced Joe into like the fold again.
That's how Joe kind of stealthily reintroduced himself. He's like, he texted
I
me
know.
today.
It was kind of weird.
Like, I'll be on more podcasts. I'm like, all right. And that was that. He said he misses doing the podcast. He liked doing it every night, every Friday. So he wants to come back. But he did say he's got too much work to do it every week. But he will do it when he can. So
Sweet.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, man. Joe is always welcome here. I love that man, that little man. I'm actually gonna go to Universal Studios with Joe in a couple weeks.
What?
So I'm excited about that. I'm visiting my mom in Florida in 2 weeks. So Joe is gonna drive down to Orlando and we're gonna hang out.
Then why waste your time at Universal Studios, man?
Because Harry Potter.
Told you that.
Don't judge me, Rob. That's not
I'm
fair.
but people I work with call me Harry Potter all the time, so
Hey,
I'm not
Rob,
judging that.
Okay.
Yeah, man? What's up?
it's still light out.
Yeah, he lives on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's evil magic.
That's right.
Rob's a wizard. That's
am.
the contract work.
I am.
Just magic. Okay. All right. It's like what? 7 there, still sunny.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's weird. That sounds
Yeah,
nice.
it got dark here at like
So-
6:30, 7 o'clock. It was really creepy.
Evan, just let that be a lesson to you. I can end you.
Exactly. Live in fear forever.
Yes.
Evan, I think you're the one that's left. How's your week treating you, man?
Good. I skipped one class today because I woke up late.
All right, starting off right.
What the fuck, man?
It's
Seriously?
the first week of school.
Second week.
Oh, second week. Okay. Excuse me.
And what was it?
That
Wednesday.
makes it worse. That makes it worse.
I missed part of the
Mhm.
class because I woke up late.
Okay.
Same.
You're really strong. It sounds like this class is a little too early for your childlike brain to handle.
At 10 o'clock?
Evan, hold on. Let me
10
get
o'clock.
up and let me show you something. Let me get up. Let me show you something.
Okay.
That's
No.
when Pokemon's on.
Scott is moving around to narrate for our podcast listeners.
All right, hold on. Give me
Okay.
a second.
Hello, Scott.
Okay,
He can't hear us right now because he doesn't have his headphones in. All right. Hey, Scott. Welcome back.
Can you read? Can you read this at all? No, I don't think you can. There
No.
we go.
It's
No,
I
not
can't
the
read it.
blackness that is your room.
It is an alarm
Hold on.
clock.
Yes, okay.
This is an alarm clock. Well, let me.
All right. If I woke up at 8.
There we go. This is what it is called. If I can get it right.
Okay.
There we go.
Right?
Sonic
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yes.
Wow.
What this thing does is not only is it very loud,
45 with me.
but it's got this cylindrical vibrator that shakes your pillow. That shakes your pillow at the same time.
Okay.
It hurts. So you get up.
That sounds awesome.
What has been happening?
You need to get one of these.
I probably do, but I don't want to wake up the people in my whole apartment complex at the
Yes,
same
you
Yes, you
do. It's
do.
more fun that way.
Whatever happened to old school discipline?
Yeah.
Whatever
Whatever
happened to that,
that, Evan?
I don't know, but I've been waking up like at 8:45, and then
Wait, you wake up at 8:45 and you still can't make a 10 o'clock class?
no, I'm like, oh,
No!
I fall
That's
asleep
just
for like
pathetic, dude.
2 hours. I'm like,
Buy a fucking scooter or something. Get yourself there.
but I need to start setting my phone alarm for like 5 minutes after my alarm.
Dude, just if it's a 10 o'clock class and you get up at 8:45, play a game or two. That will keep you awake.
I just need
Yeah, play a game of League. That'll keep you awake.
to sit up, and then I'll be good. But
You know what, Evan? It ends up sitting up is not that difficult.
when you're me, I'm tired.
Oh man,
Morning.
God, your life sounds so difficult.
Yes.
And I don't know what to do with you, Evan. How is Salisbury steak? I miss that guy.
Great. I really like it.
Okay, really descriptive. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
How many people? I'm curious. How many people are in your average class at Salisbury steak?
10 to not 10. Like 15 to 25.
That's
I don't
it.
know why you said 10, Evan. That's a good amount.
The largest class by far is my biology lab. My biology, not lab. My biology lecture class. It's one of those tiered seating, seen the movie kind of classrooms,
Okay.
and it's gigantic with like 45, 50 people.
Is that it?
Still not that many.
That's pretty big for a class.
Yeah,
That's
but like
nothing, man.
lecture classes at like Maryland, for example, they have like 400 people in them.
Right.
Yeah, they have bigger ones here, but I'm not in the bigger one, so
Okay.
I'll be able to tell you.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's
The-
nothing interesting happened in your week? How's your roommate? Is he fucking crazy yet?
Not crazy. He's
Can we?
okay.
Do
We don't
we have to come down there and save you?
No,
You don't talk to the person you live with?
not really. We're so totally different.
Yeah, he's not racist. You are.
No, definitely not.
He's from Venus. I'm from Mars.
But no, he doesn't play games. I play games. It's like he's from the South. I'm not.
Oh, what state is he from?
Maryland, just Southern.
Oh, South Maryland. Ooh, Southern Maryland's. Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
I.
bad
So,
news.
We've all been to Chickadee. We've all met Red.
Yeah.
Red.
Oh man, Red. I never met Red actually. I was the one person.
You
that
did.
met.
Evan did.
Evan did.
It was amazing. He was hilarious.
Is he like really like twang Southern?
No, but he's always.
It's true.
Have you guys been to the Deep South?
Yeah, I have spent a lot of time in the Deep South.
To D South
Outside of
Maryland.
Florida? Or
Teacher. Oh my God.
Georgia, mostly.
okay. That's crazy down there, isn't it?
It's fucking nuts!
That's crazy. I remember years ago I went to party in Alabama, so my friend and I just flew out there for a World Cup qualifying game, and we just partied. We tried to party in Alabama. Oh my god, it was weird, dude.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. That shit, ugh. I don't know how they do it. No, it's like a different world down there. Everything's different.
Anyway, my history teacher. My God.
You're still not being descriptive.
He is horrible, alright?
Is he racist?
No, but the first day we walked into class, he's like, no cell phones, no laptops, no tablets. You're lucky you're even getting PowerPoints for notes.
What's wrong with that, man? That's how I went to college. There's none of that shit.
It's horrible, okay? And he talks. He doesn't use the PowerPoints at all. He just
Evan
talks. I can type what he's saying faster than I can write what he's typing. What
he's typing, what he's saying in his PowerPoints.
So, and he's like, if your phone goes off in the middle of class or any time in the class, you get minus 10 points on your exam. If you're caught with your phone out or using your phone, you're kicked out of the class and never asked to return. And asked to never return.
See, when I went to college, we didn't have cell phones. We had pagers, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
Take notes on your pager.
That's right.
Don't even think they have memory cells.
Definitely.
Nothing.
Not old school ones.
But he is pretty old school, and it's kind of annoying.
Harold just wanted to share that he's glad you haven't been murdered by your roommate, Evan.
Thanks, Harold.
Does your roommate have a gun in the house?
No, he isn't.
No, you're
He
not
wants to be
allowed to have
home.
one, but
He wants to take your spot.
Yeah, Harold wants you to die so he can take your spot.
well, you can take Tony's spot.
He doesn't have a gun in the apartment?
No.
Did he try? Did you ask? You should ask him.
No.
Ask him. Hey, did you want to bring your gun with real bullets into the apartment? Because I don't think I should be around that. I'm like a dangerous toddler. All right. No, that's all you got, Evan.
I think. Pretty much.
What happened to you last week?
Yeah. Where were you?
I went home for the weekend to work and to visit my aunt. And then we didn't.
Okay.
On Friday we ended up having dinner at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I was like, screw it, it's too late, and I'm hanging out with family friends. So.
Okay. You said you would let me know if you were gonna. Yeah. You said you would let me know if you were gonna be on or if you were gonna skip out, and then you just never let me know. I'm like, well, Evan's not showing
I texted you
up.
like 5 times.
I got one text message saying I'll let you know in like 30 minutes.
Then I texted you guys saying I'm eating dinner right now. I probably won't be on. I texted you a whole bunch of messages. Guess you ignored me.
I got that one.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna fact check Evan here. Okay. Fill time, Nabishan. What's up? I'm just kidding. My week, since Evan, you're done now. My week was pretty run of the mill. Nothing interesting happened. I hung out with Greg yesterday. He said every time I hang out with Greg, usually on Thursdays, like, yeah, man, I'm excited for the podcast tomorrow night. And then he just never shows up.
Alex, I found it.
Yeah, read message above. Told you I'd be late. Just sat down for dinner. I'm hopping in. What segment is it? Says Scott. And then Scott sent a whole bunch of messages for the first time. And then you didn't send anything after that. Then the next text message Evan said was, when is the PS4 coming out? November 15th, man. Jeez, have you heard of Google? I said to Evan. And then he let me know that the
I was eating lunch, and so I couldn't really Google.
You have a phone. You could text me from your iPhone, but you couldn't Google it.
Correct.
And Evan says, the Bone is coming out on the 22nd of November. And I said, I know. You get the email from GameStop? No, I saw a story when it broke.
I got an email from GameStop, right?
Is that how you found out? You were checking your email during lunch, but you couldn't Google when the PS4 comes out?
This kid can't take notes.
He doesn't know how to write notes. He doesn't know how to type and write.
Wow, man.
Evan, you are the future of our country.
This is,
Tons
I'm
of
just gonna
Evans
kill
everywhere.
myself soon.
Thank you, Obama.
Welcome, Rob. Thanks, Obama. Wow. Wow.
Wait, what did you say?
I should have said thanks, Obama. There's your political moment for the month of September. We'll be back next month with the Irrational Fashions political moment of the month. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about video games, guys. Rob, how about you kick us off? What have you been playing?
Well, today I purchased Rayman Legends on the Vita. And I was playing that for about 2 hours before I came on this podcast.
Nice.
Stuff. Nabashin is very jelly of you.
Why? You could buy it.
See, we had this poor discussion earlier.
Nah, so do you want me to buy you one, send it to you?
Send it.
I would totally love it. I'm
What
not
system do
even
you want it for?
Vita, man.
Alright.
There you
We'll
go.
look up later on.
There you go.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Rob
I'm just
Castle.
lying to you. I'm not going to buy you anything.
God damn.
Psych.
Rob Castelletta, the man that ruins many a dream.
No, it's good. It's Rayman. You know, I'm
That sums
I
it up.
don't-
Yeah.
yeah, it is Rayman. That's all it is. The Vita. I don't like touch controls, and there's plenty of it on there. A couple of levels early on, I was getting a little bit frustrated. You got it. The touch controls I could deal with, but when I'm tilting the Vita all over the place to get it to do something, it's like, oh fuck, this sucks. But it's Rayman. It's fun. I'm glad I bought it early in on the game though. But
I hear this one is more approachable than Rayman Origins. It's easier to pick up for like less good players, I guess.
you know what? The platforming, especially in the beginning, is not nearly as difficult as it was in Origins. Because Origins just kind of seemed to ramp up. This one is, from what I played so far, again, I've only played it for a couple hours, it's more of a slow burn. It's giving you some of those complicated things much slower than Rayman Origins did. So if you're a beginner to the series, go for it. It's really good. It looks pretty. Characters are cute. You know,
Yeah, dude.
it's good. Real good.
Cool, good stuff. Nobshin is just foaming at the mouth. Yeah, no, I'm excited for Rayman Origins to come free to Vita on PlayStation Plus this month. So I think.
Oh, it is?
Why did you not play it?
Yeah, because I didn't play it. I will play Rayman Origins. I don't own it,
Yeah,
so
you better. That game's good.
yeah, I really.
I would
want
have
to
given you
play
my
it.
PS3 copy if you wanted it. You saw me trade it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's Alex. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I know. Nobshin's like, yeah, it's gonna change what you think of fucking that bullshit New Super Mario Bros. Games.
Oh, dude, it's way better than that.
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
I would believe that 100%.
It's better. It's better than a Little Big Planet. It's better than a lot of platformers that are out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I've heard like literally nothing but good things about Rayman. It's weird since like the last Rayman game I played was the original Raving Rabbids because I wanted a Rayman game, and that's like
Not a Rayman game at all.
it's not a Rayman game. It's like it's got segments where you get to move around as Rayman, and they're the best parts about it, other than the absolutely quirkiness of it.
Not
But-
Rayman.
That is not Rayman. But I'm excited for I played Rayman 1 and 2. I love those games. And I'm excited to actually play a different a Rayman game again. So.
You should
What else have you been playing, Rob?
Stuck my toe into Final Fantasy 14,
Mm-hmm.
my
Okay.
first ever MMO.
Oh, first
Yeah.
ever.
First ever.
How'd you make it this far without even touching them?
Time.
Pretty easy, man.
Yeah. Time, just not wanting to put up with all the bullshit that you have to go through on an MMO. People, because you got to play with people.
Yep, fuck
I don't
people.
like that.
People are the worst.
Well, most of the time, yeah. But for my first experience with an MMO, it's really good. I'm shocked that that's my answer to you. It's really good. There's just been so many server issues that the biggest chunk of time I had to play last weekend, the servers were all full. I couldn't even get into a game, so it sucks. I know that they're working on it to correct those things and get the servers back up to speed. But the game itself is fun. I mean, I bought it on the PlayStation 3, and it was, it's good. The way they integrated the controllers into the game.
The PC and the PS3 servers are completely separate, aren't they?
You can play. I think you could play people PC and PS3. That's why they put the game on the PlayStation 3.
I will double check this.
Yeah.
If so, I have a solution to your people problem. I do have an MMO guild that you could probably get into.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and it's not just Final Fantasy 14, but they're actually pretty huge on it now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Your guild just goes from MMO to MMO, right?
Yeah, they're a progression guild. They finished Rift in the first 2 months that it came out. They were the top server on the realm for as long as the Rift still had content for them to burn through. Beat Guild Wars also in the first month and a half. The one of the final dungeons was quite literally impossible until they patched it.
Yes, you can play with PC players on the PS3.
Nice.
It does have cross-platform play.
Yep. That's
now they're also top guild on, I don't remember what server in the Final Fantasy as far as progression goes.
Here's the problem. Definitely send me the information on the guild. Here's my problem is time, because I know one reason that I'd never really played an MMO before was because I know people that play them all of the time. And time is the problem. Is I don't want to join a guild and people are relying on me and I'm letting them down.
You can join in as a casual. They do have that option.
Okay, cool. Once they fix the server issues and I get some time, I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more of it. A couple of my friends bought it as well. We just haven't had a chance to play together yet. It's good. I mean, do you guys have any questions on it? Do you guys care?
Justin was saying
a little bit, because I've been on the fence about getting it or not.
Have you played? All right. I'm a rookie with MMOs, so I don't know a lot of the lingo. So some of the things that I'm seeing might just be par for the course. It's an extremely slow burn, and that was the thing that was really frustrating for me playing. Is I want to get in the action. I want to go out there and throw my magical spells at a bee or whatever they have. But I having no frame of reference from other MMOs.
You're definitely hopping into a good one. I have my brother. He still does MMOs. I don't know. He's been with the guild for most of the progression runs, and he's definitely putting this one as one of the ones that breaks from the usual MMO grind. So yeah, you're hopping into a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep playing it. That's for sure. So and sometimes when I buy a game, I don't care if it's $40 or $60. I'll buy it. I'll buy Aliens: Colonial Marines when I know it's really, really bad, just to play it. But this game, I was really on the fence with. I'm really glad I bought it. And if you're into that thing, role-playing games, MMOs, go for it. It's cool. Love it.
Yeah, Justin was on a few weeks ago. He said it plays a lot like what you would expect a Final Fantasy game just to play. It's got kind of an action time battle type thing set up in there.
Yeah. I mean, everything when you're in those battles, everything's really quick. Everything's mapped to the button. So, I mean, you have a ton of different skills. I think at any time, I'm doing math in my head right now. I think you've got 16 skills at your disposal, like that. And it's just a press of a button. So it's really cool how they did it.
Everything has the same cooldown, right?
I'm not far enough into it to really answer that question.
Well,
What I've played so far, yes.
Okay.
let me break this down a little further. Is it every ability should have just about a cooldown. Now,
Yes.
as far as things having the same cooldown, there's either you have the same time of the cooldown or you have a global cooldown where you press one ability and everything goes on cooldown.
It's a global cooldown, I think. From what I've seen of the gameplay, that's I believe.
Yeah, what I've used, I'm trying to recall. It's been a few days. It's actually been about a week because the servers have been so thrashed on it. If memory serves correct, if I'm using a magic spell, at the very least, all of my magic spells are on cooldown, but I still might be able to like run or dash or do something like that.
Yeah,
That's separate from it.
Movement would be separate.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely a Final Fantasy thing.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. It sounds cool. Like I'm interested in it. Not enough to like take the plunge. Like the only
I have
MMO
to go through that login issue again.
Oh my god! I didn't talk about it last week, but I tried to play the Final Fantasy XIV beta before it went out, like a week before it launched, and I tried to log in, and the Square Enix account, like the name that you need to put in, and the
Oh
username,
God.
and the password, it's all like different things that I couldn't find, and I was like logging in. I think I made like 6 different accounts to try and make it work, and none of them worked, and it was horrible.
I had created a brand new one because yeah. There's so many hoops to jump through just to play the fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
just make it easy, guys.
Yeah, it was like you need to put in like a Square Enix username that's not actually your email address.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that was.
It's a huge barrier to entry. I mean, if someone's going to get the game and they're going to put it in, and what's all this sign-in shit that I got to do, and jumping through hoops in different sites. It's not even all on one fucking site. They're all like on 3 different sites. People are just going to not play it, you know?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
my solution.
If you've been around, you've been hopping around a lot of MMOs and other kind of stuff, this is probably definitely the worst from what I'm hearing.
Mhm.
But it's for people who play MMOs, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but
The actual server issues is
the
10
bigger
to
deal.
15 times more of a rage.
Yeah, I mean the problem.
they'd
the problem
be
is,
raging hard at this point.
the problem is like they're putting this out on consoles with the hope of appealing to a wider audience because of that,
Yep.
and that wider audience is like, man, fuck this.
Yeah. You know, you put I mean, I was willing to put up, and I knew it because I listened to Giant Bombcast before, the week before,
Yeah,
and Brad Shoemaker was mentioning that his login issues with it,
yeah.
and
Which
I knew
his
what I was going
login
to get
issues
into.
Were exactly what happened to me.
Yeah. And I knew that going into it, and I was willing to accept it. But if you want to have an MMO on a console gamers, generally speaking, I would say are a little bit different than PC gamers. They're not willing to put up with a lot of technical things and downloading drivers and going here and going there. They want to put their game in, press play, and go. And is that just having something simple like a really shitty login system, is that a barrier to entry that will prevent people from playing it? Maybe.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's like
It reminds me when I first tried to do the Metal Gear Online beta.
Oh
I was pretty much
yeah.
going through that same loops of like just going to the Konami site, trying to do a whole different login and stuff like that, and then like not getting one because the servers were so slammed that you can't even log into the damn site on the website. So that was like really tough.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was a lot of fun. But cool. Anything else, Rob?
Started playing Dust and Elysian Tale. Digging it, man. It's cool.
Yeah, I started it a couple weeks ago. I haven't picked it back up again. It is pretty cool. What do you think of just like the look of it?
Oh, I love the look of it. I like the cartoony aspect. I mean, so many games that we play now, like the quote-unquote AAA games, I mean, they're all brown and trying to be super realistic, like a Splinter Cell. And it's fun to go into a game like that where that's not the goal at all visually.
Yeah.
It's a good palate cleanse for sure.
Yeah. That's what, that's why we're very audible about our love of a lot of indie games. It's just because this looks like something else. you know.
And Nintendo games.
And Nintendo games, yeah, the Nintendo
'Cause
definitely
they don't try to do that at all.
they go out of their way to make style over realism, and that's like
Correct.
why Skyward Sword and Mario Galaxy, they're still two incredible looking games.
You have not seen Pikmin 3 yet.
Yeah, I'm talking about Wii generation, like
Oh.
standard definition stuff. They made that stuff look incredible.
Okay.
You know, so like it's definitely big.
What are you talking
about?
So, what do you think of the style of it?
Scott or me?
No, you, Alex, because you asked me.
I like it. The weird, like, the character models like that they show during the talking cutscenes, they seem kind of like oddly stiff to me.
Okay.
Like that's the only thing. Like when the game is running and when you're doing the action, it looks just unbelievably incredible.
Yeah, and on those scenes, what you're talking about is I generally don't pay attention to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Neither do
Like,
I.
it's just, it's just it doesn't register to me that like, oh, that part doesn't look weird or the character model or it looks stiff. It's like, no, I just don't even think about it. But overall, game's good.
It's
Looks
just
great.
like I'm so used to that because I play so many JRPGs. Like
Mhm.
Persona, it's like they're just completely still, so you don't like expect anything of it.
Mhm.
But like in Dust, they're kind of like shifting like in an idle animation. It just I don't know, looks weird to me.
Okay, I can see that.
But yeah, like when the game's in motion, it's just gorgeous.
It's
and like
fantastic. It's beautiful.
I've talked to Dean, who's the one guy that made that game, and like we there's an interview from PAX East 2012 of us talking to him, and he was like he was an artist and he wanted to make really cool art, but he also wanted to make a video game, but he knew nothing about programming, so he drew the art for the game and then he did everything else, and then that's so awesome, and it's such an incredible thing about that game because the art is that good.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a Sunday morning cartoon, a really high quality Sunday morning cartoon.
That's a good way to.
They're Sunday morning cartoons now. That's why I miss them.
Yeah.
Oh well, there was when I was a kid. So
Saturday morning. Come
Saturday morning cartoon.
I'm older than you guys. I'm probably like 15 years older than all you guys. So I'm sorry. Things have changed.
It's true.
I'm 27.
There you go.
Well, I'm still significantly older than you, so bite me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the oldest of this group here.
Gamecocks. Fight.
Get them,
right.
Machine, get them.
Let's make you guys fight. Game cats. Fight.
Yes, that was the worst rooster impersonation I've ever heard.
That rooster sounds like a really angry cat.
It was supposed to be Spunky from Rocko's Modern Life. I don't know why that popped in my head, but whatever. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't remember who that is.
Crazy.
Rocco's dog.
Yeah. Cool. That's all you've been playing, Rob?
Yeah. That's all I've really been playing.
Can you guys give me 1 minute?
No.
Pause the show
No.
for 1 second.
If you need to pee on the ground.
I don't have to pee.
If you need to shit on the ground.
I don't have to shit either, luckily.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
must-
for that.
He must have some sort of like girl at the door or something to break away.
It's his roommate.
Yeah. Girl named Ethan.
So Evan, did you used to live with him?
No.
Never
Okay.
mind. Situation's been handled.
We in the same area, but never
Okay,
in the same house.
got it.
Yeah. We don't live together. I can't stand Evan enough.
That's
Scott,
fine.
man, what video games have you been playing?
I beat Pikmin 3.
Mm-hmm. Is it good?
Dude, it's so good. You don't understand.
I don't. You're right.
You don't.
How is it? How long is it compared to the other?
It is more akin to the first one.
Okay.
Much more. Except for with this one, the biggest problem with the first one is that if you took too long or if you screwed up, you had to restart.
Yep.
There was no other option.
There was no go back 5 days. There was just
I think the
restart whole
quickest that you can beat it in is 22 days.
game. Yeah, it's something around there.
The
Because
absolute quickest. So, like, by the time that you've gotten to the end, you've been through the levels 4 or 5 times, and you've been maximizing your time as much as you could possibly. do.
Yeah, the way Pikmin 1 worked basically is like, you have a bunch of levels, but there's one level at the very end that just had the final boss in it.
Right.
The final boss was optional. That Emperor fucking Balborb is
Yeah.
a total douche nugget. But the final boss was optional. You were collecting parts to fix your ship. You needed to collect 30 parts.
Right.
There are 30 parts. You only needed to collect 25 to get home free. So
Right.
if you got 25 parts, even if you missed something, the game would end after 30 days, and you would that's it.
Right. And like you'd have to pull something like 3 parts a day for the most part, then 4 parts a day. 3 parts a day for the most part to end it at 22.
Yep. And
Question.
Go ahead.
Oh, because I've never played a Pikmin game before. When you say 22 days, are you talking about calendar days or game
I'm talking
days?
about each
Game
day is around 13 minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Right, and you have the day cycle. Then at night, everything comes out and apparently becomes 10 times more dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe them, but you're not allowed to actually be there during the night.
You always have to kind of hover in the upper atmosphere. That's the way they put it.
Right.
That's stupid. I think if you wanted to, you should be able to do that.
Pikmin
How
4.
much do you know about Pikmin games at all?
Me?
Yes.
Basically nothing.
All right, we gotta explain this to them.
Imagine like a really weird RTS.
Okay.
But
I've seen
also,
videos of Pikmin 3, so I know like the kind of visual style of it, but the playing of it, I have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
It is like an RTS. Like that's the closest kind of like game type.
Except for the commander, you're actually playing as the commander instead of being the omniscient being of commander.
You're there. You're moving around and everything. And like the way you move your units is by chucking them.
Okay.
So you like mash a button to throw Pikmin.
You can
like, separate.
You can wave them around with first and second. You could wave them around with the C stick.
Yeah, on the GameCube controller, you can like kind of move it as like a crowd, and you use a whistle, which creates like an area, kind of like dragging your mouse over your units, and that will call them back to you. So,
okay. Huh. So in Pikmin 3, what type of controller are you using for that?
You are using your choice of the.
You can use the classic controller, the gamepad, or the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Right.
Okay. I really hate using the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Yeah. Apparently that's the best way to play the game. So,
that is not true. The gamepad's got to be the best way. You can't do
everyone that I've talked to about the game, you know what? Everyone I've talked to about Pikmin 3 said the best way to play is with the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Well, Scott's just saying that it's not. So
yeah. I'm curious. Like that's.
Like I tried them all. Okay. I tried all the ways to play it, and for the gamepad and the Wii remote, I couldn't figure out how to use the Go Here function.
Okay.
This is exclusively in Pikmin 3, so Alex doesn't know what this is. But since you have 3 characters, you can send 2 of your other characters to go do something else. All right, and that was huge for me. And one day, I think I got 8 pieces of fruit, and which totaled up to, I don't know, 12, 13 juice containers or whatever. That was huge.
Yeah.
Something happens that makes you lose everything. So I was like, fuck.
For your reference, Rob, you're collecting juice because the planet you come from is like everyone's dying of starvations.
Okay.
So you come to the planet with the Pikmin on it to collect fruit. So yeah, it's I mean, yeah, the thing that takes away all of your fruit and juice stock. I hear that's what makes that game kind of awesome.
Okay.
So that happens.
It's how it happens. That's like, oh, motherfucker, I knew it. You'll understand when you get there.
Okay. Cool.
I kind of want to spoil it, but you don't want to.
Don't. We have people that might play it, so listening. So
Alex.
not me though. Fuck me, right? Fucking
Yeah.
machine.
Anyway, with that function is extremely important, and I have yet to figure out how to do it. Not on the, what is
On
it?
the gamepad. Gotcha.
No.
Like off of the gamepad.
Off of the gamepad.
How does it work on the gamepad? Do you like click somewhere on the map on the touchscreen?
Yeah, it pauses the game. You tell one person where to go. You kind of have to unpause it and swap characters to tell somebody else where to go. But that's not that big of a deal.
Okay, cool. So is there a definitive ending like Pikmin 1,
Yes.
Scott, and you can't go back?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the part that I dislike the most about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say it's like the best part of the second is that you beat the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after you do the second part
Yeah, the second
of the
story.
game, you could still play until there was quite literally nothing left to do.
It's true. But there will always be caves left because you'll never beat them. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that the first game, it ends. There is a set number of days, and then it ends.
Right, and it is much more akin to the first one in time as far as how long you play. The biggest problem I have with it is how much is required to actually, how much time you have to how much is required
Okay.
to actually beat the game. I ended up having 19 juice bottles left.
Okay.
I was thinking that like in the first one, if I screwed up, which I did a lot, and I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
because I thought I had a few many days. I thought I was going to run down to the last one, but then the game ended.
Okay, so it was kind of abrupt.
It wasn't abrupt. It had the signs. I was just like, I have this much juice left. You're gonna throw something at me. Please do it.
Mm-hmm. And then it never did, and
It
the
never
game ended.
I was sad.
So there's no day limit, right? Like you don't have a time limit.
On the days?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It is. I believe actually the first one was 24 minutes because the days in this one seem shorter. I don't know why.
The days in Pikmin 1 are 15 minutes exactly.
15? Yeah, this one is 13. So okay, so it's not that much
Okay.
greater, but
I'm gonna double.
So, do you think there's not enough time to accomplish all your goals, or is there too much time?
depending on how you look at it, it's too much time. Because
Okay.
even though each day is 12 minutes,
Okay.
it's enough because you have, let's say you just have 100 days to put in
Mm-hmm.
30 days of work.
Okay.
All days are 13
Oh,
minutes
okay.
in length in Pikmin 1.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay, so I guess that
It's
was
probably
just a
just
standard
small.
throughout the series.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like if you know what you're doing in Pikmin 1, you can beat that game in like 5 hours of actual game time.
Right, but if you're first starting out, you're gonna go through 15, probably around 15 different save files.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the game
So it's
is
like
the
XCOM
game
in that
is
way.
the game is the furthest thing from easy, even though it's a kid's game, sort of.
Yeah, that fucking Pikmin gets nuts. Some of those bosses are fucked up.
Okay, so I will tell you this: the last boss for Pikmin 3 took me 160 Pikmin to beat.
Jesus Christ. That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, being more fair, it might have been 200 because I had to kill him over 2 days.
Oh, yeah, because the bosses retain damage in Pikmin 3. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. But you liked it overall, Scott?
Right. No, it's really good. I will tell you one thing: don't expect to have the white and purple Pikmin in the story mode. They're not there.
Oh, man.
I thought they were. That's another reason why I thought, okay, there still has to be more than this.
Gotcha.
But then there wasn't.
They're just in the challenge mode?
I think so. I haven't gotten there yet. I just beat it.
Okay. All right. I know they're in the game, so.
Right.
Huh.
They're in the manual. They wouldn't put them there if they weren't in the game.
That's how you know. Awesome. Anything else you've been playing, Scotty?
Nothing too interesting now.
All right, cool. Evan, what about you?
Yeah.
Pikmin 4 needs to happen already.
Yeah, it'll be another 16 years.
Yep.
Spec Ops: The Line, Evan. What drew you to this game?
Well, I just saw it while I was shopping for some college stuff. I was like, you know what? I'll get this game. Look
Okay.
good. Time.
Did you know anything about it going into it? That it was like a very story-driven game that's incredibly fucked up in all ways, shapes, and
yeah,
forms?
it's totally crazy.
That's interesting. So what did you think of it?
It was a great game. I just lost my mind at the end, but
Spoilers.
I just lost it at the end. I can't take it. I sat there for like 2 minutes just staring at my screen, not moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am surprised. So you loved it?
It was a great game. Great story. It just really not creepy, but it was like mixed between creepy and scary. Like I don't know. It was really.
It was intense. The game is intense, isn't it?
Oh yeah, especially towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear that game gets fucked.
Yes.
Always.
Yes, you're left to make a difficult decision at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back and play that part again, and then just see what happens.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Scott, you said. Wait.
So what are you talking about? The very, very end where you walk out, or?
I'm not gonna spoil it for you, man.
I already finished it. I already beat it.
But I'm not gonna.
There's
If-
more to see.
I'm just saying
By saying what I might say, it might spoil it for somebody.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I'm.
So I would prefer.
Are you talking about the part where you finally walk out?
Isn't there a choice that you have at the end?
Yes.
You made one of them, right?
Yes.
But you didn't make the other one.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all, I can't. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Right. Right.
But, you know, something like that you almost have to be vague with.
Yeah, no. Like, I have the gist of it, but the moments is what I want to see that game for. And
How do you like Evan? How do you like how the game plays?
It's really cool, but I kept getting frustrated because my teammate would die,
Okay.
and then I'd send my guy to go heal him, but he would stop and start attacking, and then I'd have to go heal, and I would die, and I'd have to start the whole thing over again.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah,
the fact that they would take my cover,
Mhm.
and then I'd die in the process. Or or I'll take cover, the enemy will take cover around the corner, come out and bash me and kill me before I get a chance to do anything.
Okay. So a lot of bad AI.
Yes. Just, I mean, creative, but it was just really annoying.
Gotcha.
How about that, Sam?
Good AI for them, terrible AI for you.
Yes.
That's
Great.
always the most frustrating.
Yeah.
It's much better when it's even.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like
I hate the juggernauts. I just want to say that.
Okay.
if you're throwing 50, 60 enemies at me, at least make my AI around just as good as theirs.
Yeah,
Don't make them worse
Uncharted.
than theirs.
And I really like the aspect where you have to find the ammo for your gun or pick up a new gun when you run out. I really like that.
It's like it's gun-specific ammo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at certain points, they'll give you ammo boxes which will refill your ammo and all that. But those.
Yeah. Okay. What you were gonna say? Something, Rob?
Oh, I was just gonna say, my opinion, it's a really good game, definitely worth checking out. But it does play like a very, very standard Gears of War clone with a cooler story. So there's really nothing new and exciting about playing the game.
You knocking that Gear story?
The Gear story is fun. I like the Gear story. Spec Ops: The Line was definitely more serious.
Yeah, it was. It is a lot serious. It is a lot serious. It is very serious.
Spec Ops kind of always played that way, though.
What, like as a Gears clone?
Sort of.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Gears is a good game.
No,
But like
it's a good
Spec
game.
Ops came out first.
Spec Ops, the original Spec Ops?
I believe so.
All right, check for you. I'm the king of fact checking.
Yes, he is.
Apparently are tonight.
I remember playing a Spec Ops game. Might have been a different series.
Spec Ops Airborne Commando came out in 2002. Series started in '98, so
I don't think it's a franchise game.
It's not?
yeah.
No, I doubt it.
Okay.
Yeah, like the most recent game to come out before Spec Ops: The Line was Airborne Commando on the PlayStation. So
Holy shit.
I don't think.
I'm
That's
thinking of a
applicable.
different series.
Probably.
But
Tom Clancy movie?
Yeah.
No.
the Juggernaut
I would not confuse that.
Okay.
are horrible.
All right, but you liked it, Evan?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have to go see this alternate ending now, but
Yeah, you do.
I'll probably go do that after the show real quick. But it was, man, it kept pissing me off though. Like I'd play up to a point and then I'd die like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, I quit. I'm putting this down.
You have to put it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard that there are a lot of just gameplay problems with it.
There's some cheap moments in that game for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally.
So I mean, that's why when I say it's a Gears of War clone, Gears of War definitely plays better than Spec Ops: The Line. The shooting mechanics and everything that you do is just so. That part is real generic. It works well, but when they try to do tricky things with the AI, like Evan had mentioned, it could it could be a disaster, and you'll be frustrated with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'll try to heal my partner and have my guy just defend, and I'd die because like I'd heal him and then it just send me, like it just sit me there for like a second, like a split second, and they just pound me and I couldn't get to cover in time.
Yeah, but I can understand the problems. Like that's the only thing that's been keeping me back from Spec Ops for the longest time. It's just because like I hear.
It is a great game.
Yeah,
Did you
I
not
know. I'll play it.
Did you not pick it up on Plus a few months ago?
I have it on Plus. I haven't installed it yet. I need to get to it.
It's worth a play.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's worth a play, especially if you already have it.
Yeah, I will do that.
Discuss the endings after the show.
Off mic.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Evan?
Netflix, does that count?
Nope.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Again, I did see White Chicks again. That was hilarious.
All right,
Did you
Evan.
memorize the song?
No.
No, he should.
Oh my god. I've never seen that movie.
It's a really great.
It's not a really great movie.
Yeah, it seems like the
But
worst.
it
It
is
seems. It seems worse than Howard the Duck.
All right. Whoa.
White Chicks is hilarious. All right.
Howard the Duck is in a tier of its own.
In terms of horrible or endearing,
Both? Question
it
mark?
is, isn't it? That's the problem with that movie. It's so bad, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
So, for the first time the other night, Captain America.
You hadn't seen Captain America?
No.
The first Avenger?
First Avenger. Yeah, I really wanted to, but I never
Red
got.
Skull looks so good in that movie.
Yeah.
I see you smiling, Alex.
that when he was skinny, that was all CGI.
Yeah. That was,
Yeah.
It was weird that his like fucking Chris Evans' man head is on this little body. Cause it's like obviously that is not his body. That man is a giant of a man. but let's move on. Scott, you had one thing you wanted to say real quick.
Yeah, before I was talking about the controls of Pikmin 3. I think I did it like twice now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until, this past week that I actually mastered the new control system and how that all works.
Yeah.
And you do not need the C-Stick.
Okay.
So if that threw you off for any reason, which it shouldn't have,
Okay.
you do not need it.
All right.
You just have to figure out what these new controls are.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
If they've made a comparable alternative,
They did.
That's good.
We
You guys
all
cover all
we
your
all
bases, man. It's real informative.
Scott's good, man.
Yeah.
He
we
knows his shit.
we
Unlike
all
some
know
other
that
hosts
the
on this
original
podcast.
problems with the original Pikmin controls were a lot of things were difficult where they shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
The new ones cause the same sort of problems, but it clears up a lot of the more important ones.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Then we'll move on. But thank you for informing us.
Right.
Nabashin, what you been playing, man?
Me, I haven't been playing that much. Mostly because I played a lot of Saints Row 4. And I ended up finding that yesterday, so
Wow.
that was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really
Tony,
good.
Tony keeps hyping up that platinum. That was
Yeah, he keeps talking.
basically his entire monthly passions. So,
Yeah, I think he got on his laptop though, so he just pretty much just stopped playing the PS3 version and just kept playing on that one. So he borrowed my controller. I didn't know what he was borrowing for. He's gonna play Spelunky, but I was like, okay, and he just took the controller. And then when I went back to get one of my controllers, I just saw Saints Row on his TV on his computer screen. I was like, oh, so he pretty much just wanted to play Saints Row. I'm like, okay, whatever.
if Tony starts playing Spelunky, he's gonna start acting like he's better at it than me, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to handle that, guys. I might quit the show if that happens.
No, Alex, you said you never quit.
How many hours have you put into that game?
He lied to you, Evan.
127, I believe.
120 just on the Vita?
Cross-platform.
Cross-platform.
That's like Robbie and Civ.
Yeah, dude. No, it's fucking sick. Continue, Nabashin.
I don't know, with Civ, that's like, what, 3 games?
Yep.
We're
Just one more turn.
how you play.
Just one more turn, please. I've already won this game, but I just want to see what happens if I do this.
Exactly.
Continue, Nabashin. Sorry.
But yeah, I platinum Saints Row 4. That was really good.
Congrats.
Yeah. And I can't wait for the deal. I'm actually excited for that, which is really weird. Because apparently I heard this. This is their Tory America's Giant Bomb. But on the PAX panel, Jeff Gerstmann was talking about how he was on the Saints Row 4 like that, and he mentioned something got leaked about it, and there's supposed to be a DLC. There might quote unquote, or it might not be. But he said there might be a DLC of Saints Row 4 called The Saints Save Christmas. So that sounds interesting.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
man.
Nabashin,
Oh, yeah,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
I really love Saints Row the Third. When I see
Mhm.
Saints Row 4, I think that's just more Saints Row the Third.
Mm-hmm.
Is it different enough to buy?
Gameplay wise, most definitely.
Okay.
You'll be transversing through the same area more or less. They change it enough. They change it enough to definitely make it a completely different game. You can say it's definitely more than just an expansion of Saints Row Third. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It feels like a completely different game. It just uses the same assets over again.
Okay.
Kind of I guess you could say a fighting game, but this uses the same assets, but it's completely new systems and stuff like that. There you go.
Okay. Okay. So in your opinion, if someone's a fan of the third, they're gonna like the fourth, and it's more than just an expansion.
Yes, they're only probably something that will get you about the third that's in the fourth is that they kind of use some of the same joke in a different type of way. They did like a musical set piece from the Saints Row the Third. Like, oh, that's really great. So let's like make that a really big thing in Saints Row 4. So it's not like the shock value will surprise you. It's like, oh, I remember this from Saints Row the Third, but it's different enough that it's still funny, but like in a different type of way. It's not as funny as the first time you experienced it from Saints Row the Third, but seeing it again in the fourth just makes it funny still. I guess that makes sense.
Now let me ask you this question: you like Saints Row the Third?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, thought it was fantastic.
Oh, no, sorry. What the question is are you done with it?
That is. I guess that's why I'm asking Abishin, because I think I'm done with Saints Row the Third. For what it was fantastic. I just don't know if I want more of it.
Everything that Nabishin said, you can say the same exact thing from Oblivion to Skyrim, except for I was done with Oblivion. So when I got into Skyrim, I played, I think, 5 hours before I said I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
Okay.
And I didn't really get
out
it
quickly on that. Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's what I'm afraid of. Maybe if this is 6 months from now, I'd be ready for more of it. But I think right now I'm gonna wait.
As far as I can tell you, superpowers.
Yes, I've heard that. And I've heard that they're a lot of fun.
Like, if you think you're burnt out on it, then I don't even think it's going to be a 6 months thing from now.
I'll say this. I really went through Grand Theft Auto 4 again. I went through that entire game again. And I was playing kind of Saints Row reasons. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried for your health. You don't eat. You don't sleep. You replay shitty games. What the fuck, man?
It's a reason. Don't worry about it. But I recently went through that entire game again. And then I started playing Saints Row, the third, because it was around the time, and I was getting ready for Saints Row 4. And I already played Saints Row the third on the 360. I got it for free on PlayStation Plus. I was playing on that, and I just felt like I didn't need to play this game again because I've seen all the jokes already, and I know the gameplay system. It was just okay. Playing Saints Row 4 just made it seem like it was a completely different type of thing. So it felt like a fresh type of thing. It felt like something new, even though it was pretty much the same thing over again. So. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. But if you're still iffy on it, maybe just wait for it to go for $40 or $30 on Steam or something like that. Definitely get the PC version, by the way. But the consoles are still good. It's just it has those frame rate hiccups that everyone's been talking about.
I hate playing games on the PC.
Yeah, it's inconvenient to say the least.
Yeah.
It's on the console. I'm a very console player, so I still love the game. But it still has those frame rate problems. But it doesn't bother me that much. I got used to it. So.
Yeah, in terms of graphics and things like that, I don't really care that much. Is the game fun, and am I going to play it? And if the game's less fun to play on consoles, then that's a different story. But I can't imagine that would be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with Saints Row.
Yeah, it's totally solvable. Yeah, it's totally servable. It's fine.
Cool. Thanks for the info, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
What else have you been playing, Nabishin?
What else have I been? I should look into this.
Rayman Legends demo?
Yeah, but we already talked about that. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm really gassed to eventually get that version.
So you're gonna.
Yeah, because
you know that I am gonna get that for you, right?
He was so serious.
If you do, that'd be awesome. But I'm not. I'm not gonna hold my breath because. But
he doesn't want to be destroyed again.
Yes.
At the very least, you'll get my copy when I'm done with it in a couple days.
There you go.
How about that? At the very least.
I would appreciate it. I'll say that.
It's no problem. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you guys come out to the West Coast, we'll have a big barbecue at my house.
Okay.
Have some fun.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this about the Rayman Legends demo because I played the PS3 demo before I played the Vita version, and obviously I played the Wii U version before that. Even that, I'm definitely getting on the Vita. just because it just seems so awkward, and it seems on the console version like it's serviceable, but like when it's like automatic, like the touch stuff that they have for the console version, as far as like from the demo I played at least, it just seems just so not natural. It seems like it would be like so intrusive. It doesn't seem like it's something that should be there, even though it kind of is, but it's kind of weird. It's hard to explain because like when the sequence when you have to control Murphy by like touching the screen or something like that, he just like pretty much just like flies all over the screen like in the area where it's supposed to be, and then you just hold down a button and just like he'll like chop off a piece of cake or like cut off something like automatically for you. So like it works. It's just that it seems like it slows the game down, at least in like in my eyes. So I wouldn't want to like play it that way.
Yeah. Playing the Murphy stuff, what I didn't like about it is I don't have control of the character doing the traversal, and it's like you're basically just touching a screen and letting a character walk. It's like where's the fun in that, really? Like when I'm playing as Rayman or one of the characters that I am controlling and I'm in full control of, different game. When I'm playing those levels, it's like, can I skip this, please?
Yeah, I totally see that. Because like when I played it with my nephew on his Wii U, it was like he was the second player who could like control the touchscreen and stuff like that, and I was actually playing as a Rayman or whoever, as like just going through the level. So that was fun. So I'm assuming that's just encouraging multiplayer, because I know like for the Vita you could do like multiplayer on that. I know it has online multiplayer on the Vita, which is weird if they have it on the consoles, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's Rayman Legends, and other than that, I've been playing Killer's Dead, and like I know I said last week that like that I didn't think this game was weird, but this is actually like the weirdest game I've ever played, like the longest time.
Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, cause like it's like the stuff with Deadly Premonition stuff like that. Like there's nothing about like that game that's like super weird, like something I haven't before. Like I'm used to those type of games. I always play those type of games. But I'm playing Killer is Dead, and it just seems so different. It seems so different, and like just the tone that it sets, and just like the things that you do in the game is just like is just so weird.
No.
I could never really say that about anything. Like I know like Greg uses that word like all the time. Like, oh, this is weird. Like, what the fuck is going on? He says it, like all the time. But, like,
interesting is his go-to.
Now, hold on, when you're talking about
like
when you're talking about weird,
go ahead.
like the closest thing I can think of is Death Spank.
Death Spank isn't even like that weird though.
No, the Death Spank is like the tick. Death Spank is not weird. Weird is like playing Katamari Damacy for like the first time or something like that. Like it's something so off-putting and so different that is like, whoa, what am I doing? I'm rolling up people in a giant ball, okay, and you're doing this and that. I mean, this is still generally a character action game. Like you're still doing like your general like hacky slashy button pushy stuff, but it's just like it's just so different, and it's hard to explain. It's just like the tone of it is just weird in my eyes. Even for a Suda game, I played all his not Killer 7, but I played mostly all his games from this generation, so it's just like just off-putting. But
is it just like how does it play? Is it just like a character action game?
Yeah, it's a character action game, and like you have like a kind of like a Mega Man Buster type of shooting mechanic with it as well. It's just weird.
Weird, man. That does sound like I know you. I know your taste in games, and you saying something that is that weird is really weird.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
is it offensive? Yeah. That's what I've heard. That there's like some gigolo mode or something that's like incredibly offensive.
All right, I'm down.
In the eye of the beholder.
You're down too.
It's in the eye of the beholder. It's definitely weird Japanese stuff. If you're a woman, I would definitely find it offensive from their eyes. But I play a lot of these type of games, so it's like par of the course for me type of thing. It's like, oh, I played Japanese games before. I know what their mindset and how their views are. I'm open-minded to it, but I can see how it's affected to other people, and yeah, it definitely has moments like that. So
Yeah, culturally they're much different than we are, aren't they?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, for some reason, recently I saw this YouTube video of like the mocap for Batman Arkham Origins, and I was like, huh. And that just made me think about Batman Arkham City again. And I was like, I really like that game. And then I just decided just to watch the whole like the YouTube movie of it, quote unquote, all the cutscenes and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, man, I still love this game. This game was really, really good. So
The game is
that's like the
fucking
only
so
thing.
good.
I didn't really play it. I just looked at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you guys talking about Arkham City?
Yeah, Arkham City.
Yes.
Arkham Asylum is a much better game. Just throwing it out there.
I can see people's view on that.
I like City over Asylum.
Yeah, the same way.
Personally.
But I could definitely see how people like Arkham Asylum over City.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum's way more focused. And it's a lot less kind of just bombastic.
It's not comic booky, but like, hey, we're giving all the inmates of the city to themselves because we can.
Yeah, it's less dumb, I guess you could say, but I was totally on it, man.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, that's pretty much.
I tore through that game.
Arkham City tip, man. I loved it.
Yeah, I tore through Arkham City. I tore through both of them. I just remember after I was done playing Arkham City, it's like I didn't like it as much as Arkham Asylum. I just felt that the city itself was nothing more than a magic trick to distract you from that there was no focus with it.
Mm-hmm. Like I get that. Like I personally I disagree, but like I really liked.
Now you see, my personal hopes is that Batman Origins is going to wipe the floor with both those games.
You're hoping that it's fucking the best of the three?
Yes.
No.
All right,
rules of three means that's not going to work that way.
So, you hope it is, but reality, what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know.
Pikmin
Pikmin 3, I will argue that it just did that.
Okay.
But how? All right. When did Pikmin 2 come out?
10 years later, though.
But that has to mean that Pikmin 2 was the worst of the series. Is that the case?
I would say Pikmin 2 is the worst of the series. I haven't played 3 yet.
Okay, then it's justified.
Yeah, I can easily argue that, and I'll still love the hell out of it too.
It's just like the conversation I had with Nabishin with Saints Row 4. Like, I'm not ready to go back for another Batman game because it's gonna be kind of more of the same, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It definitely is. I'm so back and forth with this game.
Had this conversation recently.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so back and forth with this game. I really want to get excited for it, but like if anything shows like the beginning of this year with God of War and Gears of War is just like these prequel games and just going back to doing the same thing that you just did like a year or two ago to do the same thing again. Just the same exact thing too, like the same mechanics and just the same thing. And I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm not excited for it, but wise, but story wise, I'm super jazzed to play that game.
Oh, this is the 180 that I've done. Arkham City, I'm at the local Best Buy in San Francisco at the midnight sale. Arkham Origins, I don't care about at all.
Yeah, me and Damien went to get Arkham Origins and Arkham City at midnight. So
you already got Arkham Origins? It's pretty crazy, man.
Or I'm sorry, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. Wow. But yeah, I was on the hype train for that game. Totally.
So how do you feel about Origins?
I think it's gonna be like, if it is at the very least for Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, it'll be good. So, and I'm kind of in the mood for a little bit more of that. You know, I'm okay with more of that. So that's why I'm actually excited for it.
And I'm just keeping my expectations low because, like I was saying earlier, the rules of three. I feel like the second one was the best of the series, so like that means the third one is going to be not as good if I keep my expectations high. So I'm keeping it low so it can surprise me.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where I'm at too. Like I'm not expecting a whole bunch
Spider-Man 3 of it.
Oh god, my expectations were so high.
For wait, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys were talking about that last week. I
Or
was
the
getting
game.
to it.
Or the game. Spider-Man 3, the game's fucking horrible as well.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Well, Spider-Man 2, the game is
compared
great.
Why do you guys waste your money on that crap?
Spider-Man 2 is good. Was good.
No, it's not.
And I even thought the original Spider-Man game was alright.
Yeah, I thought that was alright.
It wasn't like great, but it was okay.
And that was,
I thought it was
playable.
That's 10 years ago, so
Yeah.
that's the excuse. That's our
Yeah.
excuse for playing that game.
Yeah. PS2. Man. Let's move on though. Let's not get wrapped up in it. That's all you've been playing, Nabishin?
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. I played a fuck ton of Spelunky this week. Big surprise, guys. I streamed about 8 hours. 8 hours of Spelunky. Yeah, I was like, man, I haven't streamed in a while. I haven't done like a hardcore stream. I woke up at 6 a.m. with nothing to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking play some Spelunky.
That's when you say, "Hey, Scott, listen, get up."
This was Thursday. Were you available Thursday?
Yeah,
Okay, I
Sort
didn't
of.
know that.
sort of.
Sort
Just
of.
not at night.
Okay. Okay. See, I know you have night classes. That'll help me. All right.
If you can manage to get me up, then I'll hang.
All right. Okay.
Go to
I'll
his
keep that in mind.
bang on his window.
Managed to get him up, you're a wizard.
Yeah, exactly. So I played a bunch of Spelunky. I made it to Olmec, the boss, through the City of Gold the hard way. So I
Were you
I
the
made-
blue monkeys or the red jaguars?
Oh my god. I hate you.
Why?
Like, there were enough jokes about Legends of the Hidden Temple in the chat already. And I just don't want to be a part of that. I loved Legends of the Hidden Temple, and you know what? Olmec jokes aside, Olmec's still pretty cool in general. Yeah, I got to the final level, or the regular final level. I didn't get to Hell. I didn't get to the 5th world, which is my ultimate goal. But I'll keep trying. That game is fucking so addictive. I just can't stop once I start. There was a moment, like I started the stream after that. Greg showed up and we got food, and then he was
That's
like,
when
"Hey,
I jumped in.
I want to play Devil May Cry 3." So I watched him play that. But when he started that stream, I broke out Spelunky on my Vita, and I just kept playing regardless. And there was a moment, and you can see me on the stream where I die, and I look so defeated. And I'm like, I turn off my Vita, and I throw it aside. I'm like, I can't do this to myself anymore. I need to stop. So I stopped. After Joe was talking about it last week, I picked up Game Dev Tycoon, which totally is Game Dev Story for the PC, with some cool hooks. But yeah, there's nothing more I can say about it. It's pretty good. I like that game. I played it for a couple hours while I was editing the show, and it was very cathartic. I watched Greg play Devil May Cry 3. That game's really dumb.
Game's great, dude.
Yeah, it looks great. Like, this looks like, man, I wish I
No,
could
it
have played
is
this on
great.
the PS2.
It's not great.
You're wrong.
That was the most indignant "you're wrong" I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, but to me, those games are always going to be only okay.
You should play DMC Devil May Cry, the new one, Scott.
The new one is good too.
Oh, the new one's so good.
The new one is really good.
Little upset that that one didn't do too well.
Yeah.
I am too. I really like the direction that they went. I
1 million units worldwide.
How many?
1.1 million units worldwide.
I got a question for you. How come we care about how many copies a game sells?
Because
it
signifies
determines-
if someone gets fired or not.
But developers are always going to get fired.
yeah.
It determines where the series goes, unfortunately.
Meaning
Yeah.
if we're going to get another game or not?
Yeah, so if a terrible game does terribly,
Mm-hmm.
then most likely if it goes on, it's going to be because of a different studio, not the same one.
Yeah.
So
So
do we think that DMC sold well enough to get another copy or a sequel?
Probably not.
I think
I disagree.
It's a possibility.
it's a at this point it's a possibility if the sales are steady.
Yeah, I mean, if they pick up
But
again,
if not, because like I think the only games I know that are like that are Nintendo games.
Well, looking at it from like Capcom's perspective of it sold okay. It didn't sell nearly as much as they wanted it to, but it was a huge critical success. And it came out in a bad month for games generally, January. So they could be looking at it from a perspective of if we do another one, because of whatever success we had with the first one, the one might sell better.
It didn't do bad enough to push it out.
Yeah, like it didn't do bad enough for them never to revisit it again.
But it's in the it should it's a game that's like they should do another one.
Absolutely.
Almost everybody who plays it thinks that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and
but
I think
it didn't do enough for that to be almost like.
I guarantee you there'll be another one.
Okay.
Guarantee you.
I can't guarantee it, but I
I
can hope.
can.
Okay. You got the inside eye at Capcom?
No, but I can still guarantee it.
He wants it so bad that he has to guarantee it. Has to happen.
Yeah, man. Like Capcom's kind of a wild card in a lot of situations. I mean, they kind of went and did this Dragon's Dogma thing out of the blue.
That was great.
And that did well for them. And like, I don't know, Capcom's getting weird. They did Asura's Wrath last year. So,
did you play that?
Yeah, that game is so good.
One of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, it's.
I wouldn't go that far, but
one of my favorite games ever. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
no, but I don't think that's one of your favorite games.
Weird. When you're talking about Killer's Dead is weird, like I immediately thought of Asura's Wrath, and like that's a weird game.
Asura! That game is so crazy.
Much yelling.
Yeah, dude. That's all I played. Let's take a break, guys. When we come back, we're going to talk about some news, and then we're going to take another break and do new releases. So we will be back in just a little bit, guys.
Cool. How long is the break?
Evan just dipped.
Long enough for us to pee and refill our drinks. So.
Okay, got it.
Evan just dipped.
Evan just dropped.
Where's my shotgun? Oh, nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. Alex will. He will laugh.
Alright guys, I'm back. Guys? 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 On the push. Give me some more. Who's there? I can hear you.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Quick, while Alex is gone, play some League. Man, my sound jumped up again. Oh well.
Most like that. Ooh. Give me some more, smack that. On the floor, smack that. So, Rob,
What's up?
so which ending did you play?
I'm not gonna ruin it for you, man.
Did you play them both?
Played them both.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ruin it for you. You gotta play it. You just get that save file, spend the next 20 minutes, play it, and you're done.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but that was just so crazy.
Alright, it is YouTube video time.
Do you have a Twitter? You're not a Twitter. Skype, man. Rob,
What's up?
do you have a Skype?
I do have a Skype. I don't use it, so like I always have to like get a new password and shit.
No.
Why? What's up?
I was just gonna add you on Skype so we could talk about it after the show.
Alright,
After the
anyone
show,
who wants
I'm
to
gonna-
watch 2
I'm
minutes of
withering
funny.
away. What's up, dude?
Anyone who wants to watch 2 minutes of funny, I put something up on the YouTube. Hit play whenever you're ready.
It went away. I'm not used to this shit. YouTube. Watch YouTube videos together.
Sorry, there's an entourage of people in the other room.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Now.
YouTube, it's video time.
What?
It is video time.
Now.
Why? I gotta get this done, guys.
No.
Video time.
Stabbed, featuring
Yes.
Oni NG.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is already just right up my alley, guys. It's not playing.
It's not playing?
No, not for
It's
me.
playing for me.
It's playing for me, but it's just not worth seeing, so.
Agreed. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
So, like, shit went haywire for a second. Nabishin,
What's up?
you know I'm serious about getting you that game, right?
I don't even know.
Listen. Sometimes I do random things that are nice for people. You're the lucky one today. Fuck it.
Like, if you're serious, I'm 100% grateful. If not, then ha 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 ha. I totally knew you were joking the entire time.
No. What's your email address?
Hold on. Let me put on here. Not say that loud.
Oh yeah, huh? That's after we're done here. I'll get your email address. How about that?
I mean, I'll put it right here.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying now.
If you want to add me on Skype, it's sticker glue / Evan or Evan / sticker glue, one of the two. And
Can you put it on there too, so I can put it on there?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to Skype with you after I'm done, because
It doesn't have to be after we're done. I just want to be able to play it and then come back and talk to you. And I don't know. And I don't want to talk about it over Twitter because
Just add him on Skype and
that's what I'm doing. But he doesn't use Skype.
on another occasion or plus him Google Plus.
That's what they're doing, Alex. God.
Yeah, Alex.
I know, I'm so fucking stupid.
I know.
News in gaming. Let's talk about some news, guys.
Hey, Alex, before we talk about news, Valley says 1.5. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 is awesome.
The leak does?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is awesome. I'm excited for it. Cool. Sounds good. Anyway, news.
The tweet. So I just want to let you know.
It's fine. Rob, you added some news to the doc. What's up? What's happening in the world of video games?
hey man, I'm a guest, dude. You relying on me for everything now?
Well, you added news. I figured if you wanted to.
Well, I thought that everyone else would add news.
I added news.
The Kojima stuff? Well, I guess the big news, or one of the big pieces of news, is we finally have a launch date for the Xbox One. Yay.
November 22nd, worldwide.
Which is a week after.
Worldwide.
And by worldwide, 13 territories.
That's right.
And only 5 of them uses Kinect.
Yeah,
Damn
exactly.
straight. All of them
What
paid for it.
do you guys think about this date?
It's about a week after the PS4.
It is exactly 7 days following November
But it's a
15th.
week before the PS4 at the same time.
No.
It actually is the Twilight Zone.
It's a time
November
vortex.
Is the Twilight Zone.
Yes. I'm surprised by the date. I thought for sure Microsoft would have done everything possible to get that fucking thing out before PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I thought so as well.
But now they're closer to Black Friday, and then that means they can have more sales on Black Friday.
No, you're wrong.
No, it doesn't.
You
If they're out at all before Black Friday, they will get plenty of sales on Black Friday.
Do you want me to give you some education right now, my
Drop
son?
knowledge. Right,
Okay.
Please.
When those consoles come out,
Mm.
those first days, they're gone, right?
Yep.
Pre-orders and psychos sleeping overnight to get them.
Yep.
They're gone. So unless Microsoft has in their bag the ability to manufacture enough of them to get them back out before Black Friday, it's all about getting. You want to get as many turns as possible within reason. When you come out with anything like this. The first one is going to be gone, sold out, all this hype. Everyone's going to think, oh my god, is it even going to be available for Black Friday? That's why I thought the date would be before this. This is cutting it really close. Because when is Thanksgiving? The week after?
Black Friday is the 29th.
The 29th, so a week after. So basically what Microsoft is saying is they're not even artificially creating a demand for it. Like Nintendo's notorious for doing that.
Yes.
Right? So you're going to have a system come out, and you're going to have all the hardcore people. Like, I have one on pre-order.
Yep.
I'll have mine. Those first runs are gone. And you don't have that buffer, that extra week, even that extra week to get more hyped, more buzz, more people wanting it. It's gone.
Well, I mean, like I was a big proponent of November 5th as the day Microsoft would go, or the Friday of, just because lining up those Call of Duty bundles seems like the best idea. But I think this is a good date. You know, I don't know if I'm with you entirely on the worry about supply. I think as long as
It's not the supply thing. It's the excitement thing. It's the buzz.
Like, I think as long as it's out before Black Friday by at least a week, which it is, then I think it'll be fine. You know. And I think they're gonna kill it in the first 2 weeks in Europe. I think so.
Yep, Europe and the U.S. I'm thinking because they kind of cut out the other territories is why they wanted to like have more supply so they can actually say at the end of this year, oh, Xbox One so much more than PS4. I wonder why, and then be like it's doing more successfully in like at least in Europe and in America. So that'll give them good press and that'll spread out the word more and that'll sell more consoles.
Yeah, and that is a good point. I think they will be able to sell more in those territories. It'll be equal to what they would have sold total beforehand, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll sound like it's selling more in specific areas. And if it's selling more in those specific areas, it could also be outselling the PS4 in those specific areas.
Anybody want to make predictions about like which one's going to sell more?
I think
I
it's
personally think yeah, I definitely think worldwide it's going to be PlayStation, but like as far as like actual like territories, like you be centralized on territory, like in the U.S., I can definitely see Xbox One selling more.
Nope.
PS4.
I'm still thinking PS4 will outsell Xbox One in the United States personally.
I'm afraid that the PlayStation 4 is going to boat race the Xbox One. That would be the worst thing, and it's got all the potential to do that.
What does that mean? What would you mean by that? Because
A boat race?
Yeah.
Meaning that they.
They're going to ram them.
Yeah, exactly. Do you watch sports at all?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Shit. It means that they'll be so far ahead that the Xbox One becomes like the original Xbox One, a joke.
I don't think it'll get that bad.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. I think Microsoft will be able to pull ahead enough in Europe with the fucking FIFA that they'll be okay.
No, they won't. Why do you think that?
You really don't think? I think that is a system seller for a lot of people in Europe.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. I agree with you. Like you and I talked a couple weeks ago on my podcast. You and I totally agree. Great move for Microsoft to get FIFA in those boxes.
Yep.
Okay. The console with that game is still more expensive than buying a PlayStation 4 and FIFA 14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that, but I think that's gonna pull in some of those people that are looking to buy a new console, less educated, They see, oh, this is the new Xbox, comes with FIFA, it's got the Kinect, it's got everything I need.
It's got exclusive features for FIFA.
It's got exclusive DLC for FIFA, and that FIFA guy, and there are a lot more of that FIFA guy in Europe than there are here, so it's kind of hard to summate how many that is. I think that's going to pull them in.
But that correct me if I'm wrong, the FIFA bundle, that's not in every single console. That's on limited supply day one editions, right? So again, we're talking about pre-orders only, really.
Yeah.
So how big of an advantage is that really going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore gamer, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, also, they will do some kind of bundle with FIFA on Black Friday, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Not a day one edition bundle, but they will do some kind of bundle.
Retailers might do that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to sell more, but I think it will sell plenty. That's what I'm saying.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. But you know, working in retail, I worked in retail many, many years ago, and you know that $100 price difference is gigantic.
That's huge. Yeah, it's huge. Like that's why I don't think it'll sell as many, but it will sell fine. I believe.
I mean, and using your example, so U.S. North America gets it first, right? Canada is included in the November 15th launch for the PlayStation 4, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So U.S. gets PlayStation 4 first, Europe gets the Xbox One first, and each one by a week. So you mean to tell me when you're in the retail store and I want this new thing, but when you see all that signage on this date, whatever territory you're in, it's a 1 week difference. This date, the PlayStation 4 is going to be out, and it's $399 versus the Xbox One, which is $499.
I think people will totally succumb to the hype and be like, I want new things now.
But they want new things now, yes. But that new thing's gonna be gone. Unless you already have a pre-order, it's gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, PlayStation 4 is basically sold out of pre-orders that are guaranteed on the launch day, right?
I mean, yeah, but Microsoft is smart enough to make sure that not all of their systems are pre-orders. You know, they want.
Well, neither
is
is Sony. None of them are going to have all pre-orders. I mean, you're going to have.
They'll trickle out more stuff. They will have more units available to those that didn't pre-order, and to those that they wouldn't normally get otherwise, just because it's available.
Sold out day one. Tell me they're not going to be sold out day one.
Day one, yes, but they will get more units in stores within that 1 week of advantage in Europe.
So you think in Europe the Xbox One's going to come out on the 22nd and they will have shelves stocked on the 29th?
Yes.
Okay.
And also
that
following Monday, the 25th, that they will be fully stocked again to sell throughout that week, and then by that Friday again, it will be fully stocked to compete with PS4. Like
okay.
I think that would make Microsoft. I feel like I hope, as a huge company they are, that they know that getting these units on those shelves for those dates is extremely important.
I'm pretty sure PS4, Sony will definitely have that covered. I mean, I feel like they're
yes, Sony's going to be stocking incredibly hard in North America from the 15th to the 22nd.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be the same deal, just in the North American markets. So
yeah, I feel like Microsoft will stock as much as they can when they get them. Like, they'll get the product, they'll get the Xbox One from the conveyor and from the factory, and then they'll ship it right to the stores.
Yeah,
as much as they can when they can.
You're half missing the original point, though. Like what he said is, you're walking into those stores, you see the signs, you see the price difference.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, there's a 95% chance that you are not getting one of those consoles today. At the day.
I mean,
whatever place you are. So when you go back the next week,
mm-hmm.
if they are able to push the consoles out before,
mm-hmm.
then
like restock
some people, sure, they might go ahead and say, oh, it's stocked on 3 days.
Yeah,
it's probably unrealistic, and they might go and get it. Most people are going to go ahead and go in the next week, where they have to make the choice. And I think that on that choice, the PS3 is going to win.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that those people that wouldn't be buying it that day, that's not the market that Microsoft wants to snag. They want to buy the impulse buyers that just stroll into the store.
The deal is that they can't walk in and buy it.
They can't walk in and buy it. And plus, we're also not factoring in the price, because Sony is also going to go for the impulse buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm on the bandwagon of Sony will sell more, but Microsoft will sell plenty.
They'll be. I'm afraid of all the things, the price, long term. I'm not talking about November or really this year. I'm talking the first 6 to 12 months.
Well, that I have absolutely no fun.
Yeah, none of us do. My fear is that one of them pulls so far out ahead of the other one. Mm-hmm. What we had talked about a couple weeks ago, there's no more competition at that point in time.
Yeah,
now both of them, they seem so even that they're competing for our business.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to get that bad, because the Xbox 360 came out a whole year ahead of the PS3, and that PS3 came out at $600. And there was still enough competition there to keep it going to where we are now. So I think that's a moot point. I think
it's
different climate.
That being said, it's still kind of lost. The PS3 still.
Yeah, I mean, the PS3 lost in North America, but in other countries it fucking destroyed.
It's the top seller. Well, not compared to Wii, but it's more than the 360 worldwide right now.
Yeah, because of Japan and because of Europe. So, there you go. I mean, I have no fucking clue. This, the Giant Bomb guys have been saying it for days now, for months even. It's fucking insane. Like, anything can happen.
It'll be weird. I've never gone through this.
Yeah, like I've never.
I think this is the first time this is happening for consoles.
Yeah, like competition like this, it's never happened before. Two consoles of the same generation have never come out within weeks of each other.
Yeah.
You know, the closest was the 360 and the PS3, and they came out within a year of each other.
Yep.
So it's fucking nuts, and I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome for us. That's what matters. But yeah, Xbox One will be hitting the shelves worldwide, quote unquote, on November 22nd.
Cool.
So you said that you added here that there's a Forza 5 pre-order option for the UK for the Xbox.
Yeah, I saw that they have the option if they want Forza 5. I think that might be in lieu of FIFA 14. So,
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys read that?
Yeah,
I heard it was a rumor. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was like actual.
No,
backup.
I heard that it was like Amazon UK has that bundle available or something. That's what I thought I read.
Yeah, that could
Fact
be a
check
retail
someone.
too.
Maybe I'm thinking about like if the US is going to get themselves a bundle because
See,
right now.
That's my other question: is do we feel jaded? I mean, we're a big battleground, right? Is Microsoft at this point in time just kind of saying, "Oh, we've got North America wrapped up because of the 360 market"? I'm seeing all this cool stuff for Europe, and I mean, pre-orders probably weren't that strong in North America, just like they were worldwide. Where's mine?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm reading an article now. I can link you guys to. There's apparently an Xbox One representative said that if you pre-ordered an Xbox One in North America, you will get a free game bundled with it.
Hey, what bundle?
Without specifying what game it is.
Where are you reading that?
I'm about to post the link for you guys right now. I think it's a pop. You know, I think there will still be retailer bundles on Black Friday, and probably on day one as well. Like Amazon will throw some shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Like I think I understand from a business perspective why Microsoft is pushing these bundles so hard in Europe. Like I said on your show, Rob, the FIFA bundle is just devious and brilliant.
Oh, it's so smart.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from what they've done. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I mean, what they're doing now with that bundle, oh my God, that's lethal.
Yeah, and it's
but it's not going to be there forever.
Yeah, and I'm of the mindset that I'm frustrated just as a consumer generally that I don't get a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to bother me as much. Like I'm not going to be able to get an Xbox One on day one because of just costing issues. So I guess it's kind of moot for me.
Tell you, man, take that bullet.
So for reference to people listening, Nabishin tweets me, he's like, "Hey, you should just take the bullet and not get a PS4 and get an Xbox One instead, so we can talk about it."
I mean,
Alex is just like, no.
Like 5 people who's getting the PS4. Be the odd man out. Be like, I'm a hipster. I'm getting myself an Xbox One.
How about this, fellas? How about this, fellas?
About Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
Don't punish yourself. Just have me guest on November 22nd, and I'll talk about the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Sure. That's easy. There you go.
There it is.
I should be able to talk about it too.
Yeah.
Future plans.
As well.
Your brother's getting one, so I'd love to get one. It's just, oh man, I want that fucking stupid controller that says Day 1 2013. But
I'll sell you my controller for $500.
God.
What do you say, man?
Oh man, let me think about that one.
Yeah, think about that. You know what? I'll cut you a deal, $450.
Oh shit! The deal's not gonna last forever.
$400. You know he's gonna take it. You know he's gonna take it.
You know some lame on eBay is gonna spend that amount of money.
Oh,
could be
totally.
yours. It could be yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not that desperate.
You're not?
I'm not.
He,
I
you
hope
sure
Not a
about that?
DuckTales pin.
he is, but he can't. He can't afford to be.
Yeah.
Just let
I
go.
am.
Let your inhibitions go.
Let go. Open up a credit account and let's do this.
Yes.
Um,
Everyone needs a credit card, Alex. Even you. Go.
You're no better than any of us. Yeah, but like it sucks. No bundles for US possibly. Anyway.
I mean, it's not preventing me from buying it. I'm curious. I'm like, that's unusual. Like, usually something like that will filter from territory to territory.
I feel like the price is just because like that's $500 is as cheap as they can make it. Because if that Kinect is, let's say the hardware itself is just worth $400 with a controller, and if that Kinect is much stronger than the current Kinect on market, adding only another $100 to the price is an accomplishment as opposed to like 150 or 200. So I feel like that console's as cheap as it's going to get, and they're willing to bite the bullet to try and make up space in Europe, and that's why they're doing bundles over there. But if they don't have to, they just won't in America.
So let me ask you. So if they're not going to do it in North America, is it because they don't have to? Is the Xbox One, in terms of pre-orders, doing better than what we might think it's doing? And that's why they're not doing it?
I think so. I think the Xbox One's doing
Could
perfectly
be, but at the same time, they're saying that they might do it. It's just that for them, they got a contract with Activision for FIFA, and
EA.
EA.
I don't care about FIFA, man.
I love FIFA, dude. I love FIFA. Don't be talking
I'm
shit on
sorry.
FIFA.
I'm sorry,
FIFA
but they also know that the following is not as big over here. So I'm thinking that they're hesitant to do that over here.
So give us some bullshit game like Rise. Who the fuck is going to buy that? No one. Just give it to us then.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's still a possibility at this point. Who knows?
It's not happening.
You don't think so?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, just if I'm going to get something for free, I'm going to take it. Again, it's not preventing me from buying the system.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's incentive to make it seem sweeter.
Exactly.
So this backwards compatibility thing, can you explain this to me?
Well, I guess in an interview, they were talking about the potential of doing backwards compatibility via the Azure cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So my question: how important is backwards compatibility to either PlayStation 4 or Xbox One?
Oh, it's huge.
Okay, is it going to matter 6 months to a year? If backwards compatibility doesn't come out for another year, does it matter still?
No.
Yes and no. I mean, it will to some people because they want to play that one game that they really like, but they got rid of
They'll want to play their GTA 5, but they won't have their console anymore.
Right, because they sold it because they needed the new console.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
It really is important to some people.
I think it's important, especially up front, because if you have a system that's backwards compatible, there's no reason to have the other system anymore, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I can get rid of the system. I can now buy this new system and buy all these new games for it, but I can still play Grand Theft Auto 5, which is new.
There's nothing holding you back.
Yeah, there's nothing holding you back from adopting the new. Versus if it comes out a year later or 6 months. 6 months still might be good, but if it comes out a year later, it doesn't have the same impact anymore.
Right.
And it's all about selling as many units as fast as you can, as early as you can. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it matters just in general at this point. Just because like most people buying this console, especially within those first 6 months, are buying it they're throwing down the full load of $600 or $500 to $400 on it, and they're buying it just outright just because they want it and because they're early adopters, and that's what early adopters do. Most early adopters don't trade in their old systems. They just kind of pick up the new ones and go with it. At least in my experience, that could be
no, that's
anecdotal.
Yeah, this is more like the 6 week in. For some reason, there's a sale here. We don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm trading in my console.
I mean, yeah, GameStop's gonna do that thing where it's like you get 20% more when you trade in your PS3 towards a PS4, and then that's gonna sucker in some people, and then they're gonna find out that there's no backwards compatibility, and then they're gonna be really angry.
Right, like before, it was like, okay, now that this deal's out, I'm dumb if I don't take it.
Yeah.
With the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, but I still think that's a minority of people want backwards compatibility. If you look at this,
you think it's a minority of people that want backwards compatibility?
I think it's the majority.
That's a majority, dude.
At least half.
Again, this is me talking in my anecdotal experience. I'm buying a new console. If I want to play my old console games, I will play them on my old console.
But a lot of people get rid of the old console because they need.
A lot of people do, but I don't know a lot of people that do that.
I'm selling my PS3 once I get my PS4.
You are the only person I know that's doing that.
Because I don't need 2 Sony systems. I really don't.
Why not?
Because I have the new one.
Okay, but don't you want to play your old games?
Yes, but that's what backwards compatibility is.
But that backwards compatibility may never happen. I know Sony is saying that it could, but I'm never gonna fully believe them on that.
I'm skeptical on that too.
Right.
It's in the cloud, so that means it's probably just gonna be it could potentially be laggy. And as far as digital games, not every digital game is on the store right now. Yeah. You can't download heavily stored if you wanted to. You can't.
Yeah. The giant hammer with this is that Sony does something that doesn't go right.
Yeah.
PS3 was home. I don't remember what it was for PS2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Metal Gear Online.
Well, that might have been it.
That was PS3.
Well, there was a Metal Gear Online on PS2.
Yeah, but that was with subsistence, and it worked.
And then,
I know, it was just
what was it for? I don't actually. PS1 might not have done it.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Home is not a failure, though.
Yeah, Home made them a ton of money.
Home is like this fucking multi-million-dollar money sponge for Sony.
Yeah, that makes them all kinds of money. Left
it
and right.
It wasn't a failure when they kept supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
Launch date, it was.
Well, yeah, but again, that's launch date.
It took them a very long time to get it up and running correctly.
I wonder if Home is still in beta.
It's still in beta, dude.
Okay. I was just curious.
It'll forever be in beta until the PS4 comes out. We have Home, and it is actually not in beta anymore.
Just rename it to Beta.
Your Beta Home.
Have you guys ever messed with Home?
Yes.
No.
Have.
Yes. I was one of the original ones.
I tried to like it, and I couldn't.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, I screwed around with it for about an hour. That was it.
Yeah, I screwed around with it for an hour on a few different occasions, and I was like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, I was like, man, this is a disaster. There's no way this goes anywhere. And then slowly, quietly, it just made Sony so much money. Go figure.
I mean, when I used to own Home all the time, it was like the new thing, if I buy a system, I buy a fucking $600 system, I'm going to use every bit of it, so, no matter how dumb it is. So that was my justification.
Yeah, the thing about it is that I want to say the biggest positive about it is that they never let it die.
Yep.
Which they could have, and that would have been their mistake.
Yeah, obviously, because it made them so much money.
Yeah.
But cloud gaming, backwards compatibility.
I'm skeptical, man. I mean,
I
there's so
think
many
it's gonna.
factors.
I think it's gonna be this generation's home. Now, then again, that's sadly it could be the Gaikai thing that's this generation's home.
Well, isn't that
Yeah.
isn't?
It's the same thing, though, more or less. I mean,
I mean,
and the thing you can take away from the article too is just saying, Microsoft saying, yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
Not saying they will do it. They say it's a possibility. We might do it. Who knows? Stay tuned. That's all they're really saying.
Harold says backwards compatibility is one of the reasons why he isn't getting either system. In the comments below.
High five, Evan.
Evan, Harold, Evan.
No, he was high five Ed because they were both right about it.
Okay.
Over you.
Backwards
You're wrong,
compatibility
Alex.
is huge. Like,
And that's why Nintendo is better than Sony and Microsoft. He also says.
Oh well, then that just discredits everything that guy just said. So.
And then he trashes our new logo because it doesn't have any Nintendo in it. But like again, out of this like panel of hosts, just this is a sample survey. How many people are selling their old consoles to get a new console? One.
No, because that's stupid.
if I was allowed to, I would.
One, but you're not.
But it's because it's not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Still.
Alex,
And
we're
again,
super
being
crazy.
fair, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I know, but again, us, the super crazy people, these are the early adopters.
But
We're the people buying it within the first 6 months.
You can't. All right, you can't tell me that early adopters is going to be a mom and a dad buying something for their kid, and that kid's going to be an quote unquote early adopter. What's an early adopter? Is it the first 6 months?
It's the people that go out of their way to buy a console before everything is solid. They're the people that buy it within the first 6 months, yes, but they buy it knowing that there are still going to be problems. I'm not including like, hey, a new console came out, let's buy it for a kid. I'm not including that sect in it.
Let me ask you a question. all of you, I don't know what your experiences are. Alex, I know that you used to work at a GameStop, right?
Yes.
Did you ever work at a GameStop during a console launch?
No.
Okay. Many years ago, I worked at Best Buy and I was in charge of their video game department. And I did work during a console launch. The number one question that people asked was, will it play my old games?
Yeah.
That you're gonna, especially that first year, you're gonna get that question a billion times.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, I'm not saying it doesn't apply. I'm just saying, in my experience, it's a minority. And especially just like those people that are going to be asking that question are not the audiences that Sony and Microsoft are directly appealing to. They are appealing to the audiences that...
They're appealing to anyone that will buy it.
No, they're appealing to the people that are going to go out of their way to pre-order it, are going to go out of their way to buy it, and they are going to hope that they pick up those impulse buyers and those other people that aren't watching all their Gamescom press conferences, watching whatever the TGS press conference is, watching E3. That is the early adopter audience. They are marketing to that audience. At least Sony is with the let's talk about games. Let's talk about games for gamers, and the gamers and those people that are paying attention to that and are excited about that are the people that are going to buy it on day one.
That's true, but we're looking at it through a lens of we love and play video games all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We have to almost divorce ourselves of that and think of this whole big world out there. They want as many people to buy it, early adopter, gamer or not. That's the new tech toy that's coming out this year. Both Microsoft and Sony want to sell as many of those copies as possible, and many of those units as possible, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying
Microsoft is going.
Yeah.
That's going to be a question. When mom and dad are buying their 10-year-old son or daughter one of the new consoles, they're going to ask. And like, well, maybe just buy them a couple games instead and wait. Because there's only 3 games out for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and there's 400 for each of the other ones.
Yeah, totally. And I agree with you, but, Sony and Microsoft are also marketing toward this other audience, the specific audience that doesn't have to ask that question. I'm not saying that they don't want those other people to buy it. I'm saying where they are putting their marketing money. You know,
All right. So have you seen the new
Sports
Xbox
TV,
One
TV,
commercial?
TV, sports TV.
sports, TV. No, I have not.
Okay, see it, because I
Okay.
guarantee you, Sony's going to have very similar ad. Well, maybe not with the NFL, but they're going to have very similar ads to show not us, but everyone else how cool this new thing is and how it's going to make your living room awesome, and that you need it for your living room. Trust me, man.
Yeah, again, but they don't have to make television ads for gamers. You know, the gamers already know what they're getting, and if they're buying it and what comes with it if they are.
That's
You
true.
Don't do that, they'll get the Call of Duty numbers.
Yeah, I mean the Call of Duty number. That's like that. I have no idea what's going to happen with that. I don't know how many people are going to be like, man, I can get ghosts for this new system. Sure, like that's an enigma to me. I like again. I don't think we are the best ones to judge this either because we are so wrapped around this.
Call Michael Pachter.
Yeah, let's call Michael Pachter. He knows. We're so wrapped in this. We are enthusiasts. We are not the people that are going to be trading in our consoles. We are crazy, like you said, Rob. And like you and I might have a little bit more insight because we worked at retail, but it's not going to give us the full image.
It's you are right. And what I was trying to say is let's look at it outside and from a different lens.
Mm-hmm.
And think about all the other people that are not necessarily what we would say gamers, but those, the casual game consumer.
Yeah.
I would say that market makes up probably the majority of systems that are out there.
Yeah. And
that's the market that the Wii U is not having right now.
Yes.
The Wii U has
They have their heart.
Exactly.
They have their beginning hardcore people. Beginning hardcore
they
people
have
bought
the
the system.
Nintendo fanboy market.
Yeah, they already had the system already.
I'm
I'm
part
at
of
a
that
different
party.
point.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not convinced that there's going to be there's no games on it right now that I really, really must have.
You need to
I'm
get
not
into
so
Pikmin.
sure that there's going to be.
Dude, you need to get into Pikmin.
Okay.
Pikmin is Scott's system seller.
But the only reason I'm selling my PS3 is because I'm buying the PS4 with my money.
The sad part about that is that
Scott,
it's true.
Let Evan finish.
My parents,
It's Evan.
my brothers aren't pitching in. My parents aren't pitching in.
Yeah, you are buying this with your money, your hard-earned money.
I have to give something up so I can not lose a ton of money when I buy this system.
Yeah, I understand
I
that.
would really like backwards compatibility so I could go back and play my games that I don't have for Xbox.
Yeah, you and Greg both, man. Greg is the guy that's shouting to the stars that he wants backwards compatibility.
No one's listening to.
Yeah, exactly. No one's listening to, and he's pissed that there is no backwards compatibility.
It would be nice to have it. It would be really amazing if they did add it. It's not a major upset for me if they didn't add it, but it'd be great if they did.
Yeah,
It's like what Brad Shoemaker said, like when they first announced like the PS4 is not going to have backwards compatibility. It's like, would you pay an extra $100 to have backwards compatibility in it? And a lot of people did say yes about that.
Yeah.
Eventually, yes. Maybe it was an add-on, but I wouldn't pay at like retail.
It wouldn't be an add-on though. It would have to be in the system. They would have to put a 360
The answer
in that system.
The answer to that question almost every time is going to be no, unless they get more than the $100 with the trade-in, and normally with the old trade-in, I think it's just around that.
It's around that if you're lucky. But
Probably
again,
lower.
my ignorance, and I am definitely ignorant on this subject, is coming from the perspective of I do not fit into that niche, so it does not apply to me, so I can't fully understand it. I can't appreciate this other perspective of I want to trade in old console to get new console.
Well, I'm not going to trade mine in. I'm going to actually sell it on eBay, sell it on Craigslist, something like that, and then
Let me ask you this.
take them.
I didn't mean for this to get so contentious, Alex. You're my boy. You're my boy.
I gotcha.
But let me ask you this in general. Let's take video games out of it.
Okay.
When you go buy your new iPhone, what's the expectation of all of your apps that you bought?
They work on my next iPhone.
Okay. The way that my feeling is the way that technology's moved is that now when you have a high-tech device, the perception outside of the video game realm where we're super educated about this stuff is that, the old stuff should work with the new.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, I get that, too. I have a backwards compatibility PS3, and I use it in that. Like, I'm not saying I don't want it, but again, I'm in the perspective of I understand it. I understand why it can't be there, so I'm not upset about it, and I've accepted it. I've moved on, so...
So everybody put up some fucking diapers and grow up about it.
Hey, man. Better not be talking to me.
This depends, man. They're so reliable. Anyway, let's move off this subject. We've gone on way too long about it. Rob, you also added this news story: a controversy over a Hotline Miami 2 rape scene of some form.
Yeah, was it? I was seeing
I'm
a little
completely
bit.
ignorant to this, so you'll have to.
I kind of threw it out there. I was hoping that other people would kind of look into it. I just kind of got a whiff of this on Twitter. Apparently, and I don't know the full story. I will.
I could talk on it.
Okay,
I'm not
cool,
going to speak on it. I'm not going to put my opinion or anything about this, but basically, it's just pretty much like there's a scene in Hotline Miami where they are showing it off. I believe at PAX, and it's just a scene that like it kind of alludes to I'm getting possibly raped and it wasn't possibly like it was going to happen, and like you as a player will like stop the scene from happening. So it's pretty much it's like rape actually happens in it. It's just like it could possibly happen, and the controversy is it shouldn't be in there at all.
Well,
So,
there's more to it. I guess the creator of the game was on some interview or did an interview, and they're like, yeah, that they're trying to reevaluate that part of it, and they were not necessarily apologizing for the scene, but just like saying, hey, we didn't think that.
I have a quote here.
Okay.
This is I believe from the creator. He said, "So almost doing that with the illusion of an assault, but then having the game stop you. That's us saying that we're not going to go the whole way." That's what he said on it. Apparently, that's the only quote out there. He also said, actually, we were really sad that some people were so affected by it because maybe they had been through something like that of their own as well. So, like, I mean, the controversy here is that it just shouldn't be there, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, and I think after the quotes that you read, what I saw really on Twitter was that some pundits were like, hey, what do you want them to do? And other pundits were like, that's like what they said, what you just read was still unacceptable. Like, I mean, there's something bigger going on there. Maybe it's
like I didn't see it, so I can't speak to it either.
Neither have I. Yeah.
And like, I mean, I think this comes down to like a personal taste thing. Like, if it's not like it's going to be done well or not. It's going to be like, is this going to offend you or not? You specifically as a person, and I can understand either way. Depending on the response from someone. Like, again, I have no opinion on this. I'd rather not say, just because like it's a thing. I can't do anything about it, and like I just it's a thing. I'd rather not say anything about it, honestly.
You can't really tell someone what's going to offend them and what's not going to offend them. That's
the sad part
so
about this is that this is again another game thing, where it's like, wait a second, this is a problem in games, but it's not a problem in movies.
That's true. Yeah.
Whereas like this is coming, I'm attacking you directly because you were willing to talk about the girl in the dragon tattoo.
Oh yeah.
But whereas that definitely happened, and that was extremely graphic. Whereas this is they're stopping you before it happens, and you're like, I don't want to talk about this. this.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, I considered saying, like, hey, you know, video games are maturing as a medium. And, like, I believe that. I agree with that. But, like, I mean, yeah, the girl with the dragon tattoo, there is a very, very graphic rape scene in that. And it's violent, and it's graphic, and it's a horrific scene. And, like, you know, judging by what I've heard about this, it doesn't sound nearly as graphic, and, like, that's probably good, because that girl with the dragon tattoo scene is really fucked up. But, like, video games are maturing as a medium, but a lot of people don't see it that way. And if video games are trying to cover that subject matter in a tasteful way that is non-offensive to you, to you know, it's just not offensive, or as least offensive as it can be. Like, there's no right way to say this. Like, I'm not trying to say that this is okay or that it isn't. Then yeah, I think that video games should try to take storytelling advantages like movies do, and go down those similar pathways, while still trying not to really hurt or offend people. Yeah, I'm with that. You know, I think the girl with the dragon tattoo scene served its purpose. You know, and it's really graphic, and it's really horrible, and
almost everybody wish it didn't happen.
yeah, it's like the viewer didn't want it to happen, right?
That's what it was supposed to do.
But that was its purpose, and it served that, you know, perfectly, and it really helped you understand that character a lot better too. So I mean, if this serves a purpose, and it has a place in that game, then, and it's within the creator's, you know, the creator wants it there, then I think it should be allowed to be there.
Yeah.
But again, in the most least offensive manner, ideally.
Yeah, but what's offensive to you might not be offensive to me or Nabishan, right? I mean,
Without
we
making
don't
fun
know
of
what's
it.
going to offend anyone, right?
Without trying to make fun of it.
Well, Call of
Yeah.
Duty, in one of their, I forget which game, in one of the levels, they stopped and asked if you wanted to skip the level or play on.
No
It's
Russian.
Call of Duty
And
4.
It was a mission where you go through the airport and shoot everybody.
Yep.
Yes.
I think that's what people can do if they want.
You know,
Right, but
the danger that you're talking about, Rob, that
Mhm.
is the risk that every creator who creates something takes. Like, as a writer, I do that every time I write a story. My story, my article, my opinion could very well offend people.
Yep.
And I understand that. That's why I always am very fervent with the point, like, even in this conversation that we're having now, this is very much my opinion. If you disagree, okay, that's fine. That's okay. I'm totally okay with people disagreeing with what I think. But, you know, and I hope it doesn't offend someone. If it does, then it does, and I'm trying to be true to myself, but also be fair to other people. And again, if the creator can tote that line and do it respectfully and understand that risk comes with making something, then yeah, there you go. It's just like he as a creator, he has to accept that.
Yeah, and I think all creators do. And you said something that this medium is maturing.
Yes.
This medium is also extremely young, and it's going to make a lot of really bad mistakes along the way.
Totally.
And, you know, at what point in time do we say it's an art, right? We're bordering on that now. It's an art.
I mean,
We're gonna make
as
a
far as the
mistake.
Supreme Court is concerned, it is art.
Okay.
So
You know, and people that make games are going to make mistakes, and they're going to, I mean, there's one thing to make something to purposely offend someone. Like, that's pretty shitty.
yeah,
Like, I'm purposely trying to offend you, versus, like, in the context from what I'm trying to say with this piece, I'm not trying to offend everyone, but I know that it might. And we can only learn from those things, right? So,
yeah, there you go. I think we should just leave it there.
Thank you.
Our next topic, equally as controversial
Ah.
in some people's opinion.
you can't blame this one on me either, so.
Kojima was, I don't know if I completely understand this story. Kojima started releasing tweets and pictures via his tweets, like revealing very sexualized parts of the character Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, and she's obviously everyone remembers from that trailer. She's the sniper in a bikini and nothing else, pretty much, in a desert. And yeah, he basically like released pictures that were like shots of her ass and her breasts, to reveal her character model and everything. And he's spoken out saying like, hey, I didn't mean for this to be offensive. I kind of wanted it to be quote unquote more erotic and quote unquote sexy. But again, I don't really fully understand this. Like, I don't understand his intention through that.
Think this is all you have to do to understand this. Would Greg like it?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Done. Done.
Here's a quote. What I'm really trying to do is create unique characters. One of those is, of course, Quiet. She is a really unique character. I wanted to add that sexiness to her. It wasn't supposed to be erotic, but sexy. So the more erotic quote was kind of like taken out of context and mistranslated in a lot of cases.
Which happens to him a lot.
Which happens to Jimmy a lot, and he gets a lot of shit for it when he probably shouldn't. Another quote, often I look at a weapon or a vehicle and I think, that's really sexy. Not in a sexual way, but it's sexy in that I like those things and I like that. That was me, not in the quote. I'm trying to I'm trying to understand this, okay, guys? He also said, quote, it's not just the characters, but the mechs and the weapons as well. So I think what he's trying to say is that he's not trying to sexualize Quiet, the character, in a sexual manner, like like in like a physically sexual manner. He's trying to sexualize her in the idea of like that's beautiful and it's cool and I like that. That's the way I'm interpreting it, at least. So there you go.
Like a car enthusiast would cars.
Yes.
We get it.
Yes. It's a character he created, and he wants to put the idea out of that character in that way. So there you go. But yeah, Rob, do you have any thoughts on this? Evan, Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
I have thoughts on a lot of things. Wasn't part of the big controversy that when he said erotic, he also had mentioned that he wants to make the characters more erotic for when people cosplay.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Like,
so
he tweeted, cosplayers take note of this or whatever, and then attached to that tweet was a picture of Quiet's ass.
So you know,
just trying to help the cosplay world.
Or hurt it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think cosplayers do that themselves.
I think Kojima's just weird, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kojima might be trolling everyone, right? I mean, he does crazy shit like this all the time. I agree with you. I think he might be taken out of context, and the translation might be bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these are difficult topics to talk about, aren't they?
Yeah.
These last two ones, because they kind of relate to each other.
Sort of.
They are. They're hard to talk about.
Yeah, it's you don't want to offend anyone, but you don't want to say the wrong thing or say something you don't mean. Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, you got to dance around these topics a little bit, and I don't like doing that personally, but I understand why I am.
You know who doesn't dance around topics?
Who?
The Gamecocks Gamecast. We don't dance around shit. A fucking freight train into a building. So Alex, why don't you come on and we'll rename you. You have a new name, so no one's gonna know it's you, and you can say whatever you want then. How about that?
I still wouldn't say anything that Like I think, guys, Kojima, I think he's just kind of weird.
Yeah,
I think.
that's kind of what I took from the whole thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's looking at a woman, female digital character that he created like it's a car. So I think he's just kind of weird, guys, and that's cool. You do you, Kojima.
Yeah.
And let's not discredit.
You
the
you
cultural
missed the
difference, too.
entire point of the. You missed the entire point of the Greg comment. It's.
I got the point of the great comment. I just chose not to address it. Like I don't want to.
if you. It's not Greg
he's the one person you
specific.
care about.
No. You don't get it, and I know you don't get it. It's.
All right, then
It's
explain
not.
to my stupid brain, Scott.
It's like how you were making fun of Greg and Tony for the full body pillow.
Mm-hmm.
It's that side of them. The people who are full
I
out
get that.
over there. Okay.
I get that.
We
That's
go
also,
ahead.
you know, a lot of the Japanese audience too.
That's what this was for.
Yeah. Totally.
Right.
And it's also Kojima is doing that, you know, because he's Japanese. He's in that audience. He's serving to that audience, to us, and at least to me. That's kind of weird, and that's totally cool. It's foreign to me because it is foreign. So there you go. All right, for Nabishin's sake, I'll drop the subject. We're moving on.
Thank you.
Sony's working on a new VR headset. Does anybody know anything about this?
No.
I just heard that there's a rumor
Sounds
that
really-
they are.
They already make those type of stuff. There's looking like it's making something similar to an Oculus Rift, and they could possibly ask Oculus for support. So that's
Why don't
pretty
you
much
just buy Oculus Rift?
That's a lot of money to spend
Is
on
it?
something that might not work. I think for them it is at this point. I mean, they're already taking enough of a risk technically when they're putting out a new console this year. So that just seems like a jump.
Well, here's the thing with it. Is
Mhm.
that from the reviews that the new VR has gotten, it's like eventually this is what gaming is going to be.
Yeah.
I've yet to seen a review that said I absolutely hate this.
Yeah, a lot of people are really up on the Oculus Rift.
Right. So this is Sony saying, all right, because of that, this is what we're going to do to try and get started.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: what's a bigger risk for Sony? Buying Gaikai, a service that had never worked before, or partnering or investing in the Oculus Rift, something that is working, and we can see a light at the end of the tunnel?
I mean,
Have you
Gaikai,
never?
totally.
I thought Gaikai totally worked.
No.
I mean,
I don't know. I've never tried it myself.
Yeah, I haven't either.
All I knew about Gaikai is that you can use the browser just to play game demos or something.
I think it was all theory based. That's
It
why
was-
it's that's.
Are you
that's
sure
not-
that online?
I mean, they
That's
had,
what-
they had servers and stuff.
But that's why it's not available at launch, and they don't really have a window on when it's going to be available for the PlayStation 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're
I mean-
being real careful not to promise anything.
They said 2014. That was what they said.
Mm.
I mean,
But to answer your question, probably the Oculus Rift stuff, just because it seems so niche. I can see the potential for it, and like people do like it. I can just see them just supporting it. Like, hey, if you have an Oculus Rift, hey, we'll support it so you can play it on our PS4. That's pretty much as far as I see it going. And they'll probably have their own peripheral with it as well. So it's like, hey, we have our own different type of thing if you don't want to get the Oculus Rift or whatever. But like, I don't know. I don't really see them actually.
Yeah.
This is rumor anyway, so who knows if this actually happened.
You
Yeah,
also have to remember that it's not just you have to worry about the consumer end with the partnership integration. There's an expense to set something up like that for the company. This is a flat expense just to say, hey, we're partners.
yeah,
Mm.
it's a lot of money to throw out there. And like, yeah, Oculus Rift is super promising, and it's probably less of a risk than something like Gaikai.
And Sony would probably want something that they can go ahead and say, all right, this isn't working, we're cutting it off here and now, as well as something that they can modify and deeply configure to their own system. Because if it takes off, it would make them much more money as if they would have partnered.
And
as
like,
long as it worked well.
yeah, and also like, would Oculus go for that? Because right now, while they're doing their own thing, they don't have to be exclusive to anybody. You know. But if Sony bought them, they're a PS4 thing for the rest of forever.
Well, as long as it worked well and everybody was happy with it, I think it'd do good.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, and Optimus.
I love Evan's optimism.
Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime, Optimus Evan, Optimus Walrus. Okay, that's the last one. They were
all
apparently-
terrible.
There were apparently scans of some kind of like pamphlet or something that was Sony's TGS plans and involved them publicly displaying and announcing some kind of VR display. And other people have reached out since then saying that those plans have been adjusted and Sony no longer plans to show any kind of virtual reality display at TGS. So, there you go. It is just in the that is. Yeah. What else do we have? You added the last story here, Rob.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it or?
Oh yeah, totally. Here, but I'm just embracing it at this point.
What was it? The someone from Microsoft. I just read it really quick. Fuck. Now I gotta pull it up. Basically, he's trying to refute that the PlayStation 4 is 30% more powerful. He's like, no, than the Xbox One. I guess why I put it on there is like, do we give a shit really? Like, which one's more powerful?
A lot of
No,
people do,
because
sadly.
one is going to be the standard anyway.
Right. The one that's less powerful is going to be the standard one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what the fuck is the big deal?
They want to fight for which one. They really.
Just to talk exclusive deals, not exclusive deal, but they're exclusive games to show off what they have. It's just talk, really.
It's not for them and their partnerships. You know how the fanboy war went down with the Xbox 360 and PS3 and whatever.
Yeah, of course.
They're feeding the fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a little bit of like, you know, there could be like this one guy's pride might have been hurt. And also an aspect of like a lot of people are underestimating the Xbox One unfairly. I'm pretty sure. And it's like it's in the grand scheme of it, especially for us, both are relatively easy to develop for, from what I understand, and that's all that matters. It means that scaling and downscaling and upscaling between the two of them isn't going to affect performance as much, and that's awesome. So,
yeah, it's all about long-term optimizing your development tools, optimizing what you can do with the systems and the engines and stuff like that. I mean, we're going to get awesome-looking games, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, none of us doubt that we're going to get awesome-looking games that are better than what we get on the consoles right now.
You guys fucking watched that Watch Dogs 15-minute demo? Holy shit! That game looks real dope.
Are you joking right now?
No.
I couldn't tell because there's like a little bit of lag going on, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, Watch Dogs is probably going to look relatively equal on both systems, and that game
They're
is
going to look exactly the
really
same.
good. Yeah, and that game looks real good. So, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Who cares?
But you get an hour of exclusive footage on PS3.
You get this
PS4.
white coat on PS4, bitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that whole fight between Xbox and Microsoft and Sony is just for pride. I mean, I don't think many people care which one.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people care.
Straight up, that's a lot of people do.
But people off the street.
No.
Have you ever looked at a YouTube comment section, Evan?
No.
Have you ever just
It
peeked in there?
is a sad,
Good.
sad
Stay
fight.
innocent. I like you
It
pure.
is
Evan,
straight up.
please.
It is straight up a sad thing to look at.
It's just depressing to read all these people like, man, go fuck yourself, PS3 player. You're a bitch. And you're just like, wow, I'm just upset after having read that. And yeah,
People do that to you, dude?
people have said things like that to me before.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Someone fucking fronts you, you come get me. I'll fuck them
Okay.
up for you, okay?
Fuck them up, shut them up.
I don't give a
John
shit.
Drake style.
I don't stand for that crap. That shit
I-
pisses me off, dude, by the way.
I wrote an article recently, and by recently I meant Wednesday. I put it up, and I put it up on N4G, which is of course just a risk to my ego in general. And it was about like, hey, Xbox One versus PS4. Does it really matter anymore? I don't think it does. I'm getting a PS4 because it's cheaper, and that's about it. I'm excited for both games. You know, I would love to bite the bullet, Nabashin, before you even say anything. But like everyone I know is getting a PS4 and not an Xbox One, except for Jeff
I'm getting
Shorty.
a PS4 because you guys are getting the PS4.
See, yeah, that's a big component to it. Like, I've considered biting the bullet and just getting an Xbox One, but like, I
Don't do it,
wanna
man.
I don't want to be so alone.
Totally do it, man. You only play single player games anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go. that's the reasoning. You only play single player games anyway, bitch. And I'll say the Vita functionality on the PS4 is pretty dope. But I got all of this 55 comments worth of just angry fanboyism. It was a sight to behold.
Wait, so you basically said that doesn't matter anymore. I'm buying the PS4 because it's less expensive,
Mhm.
and you got beat up for that?
Yeah. I mean, I
What's this website called again?
N4G.com.
Hold on. Let me go.
I'll link you to where the comments are.
Yeah, no need. I'll find these motherfuckers myself.
But there you go.
I will hunt you down.
I'll cut you.
What? I mean, what's so bad about what you just said? I happen to agree with you.
To be
I
fair,
do.
What's the fucking difference between either one of them?
most people only read the title and then decided to post their angry comments.
Really how it works.
So that's just to be fair. So,
But even the title. What's the title again?
Xbox One versus PS4, does it really matter anymore?
What's wrong with that title? What about that title could possibly
Everything
offend
is wrong
someone?
with it, Rod. Don't you understand?
No, I don't.
He's a
understand.
fanboy. We must burn him.
What are you a fanboy for? You didn't pick a side in the title.
I know. I didn't.
You know, fuck
A lot of people are like, man, it matters because Xbox is better. Suck a dick, Sony. And I like a lot of the comments are like that, but like, you know what? It happens. Like, my ego is okay. It was more entertaining to just read the comments and just like be like, wow, man. Wow. And like I said in my article, man, I respect people that go out of their way to fucking support the shit out of one console, but the hatred is so unnecessary. And there are people that just love Sony and love PlayStation, and they don't hate on the other console. They just, they put all of that what could be hate and turn it into positive emotions and direct it toward toward PlayStation and happiness and enjoying video games and being a generally happy person. And more power to you. There you go. There's my 5 cents on it. Not even 2 cents. I can't speak anymore. It's late, guys. Let's wrap this up.
Sure.
Whose fault is that?
It's all my fault.
That's right.
We're gonna take a break here. We're gonna come back and finish this show up with new releases. We have an email and
You have to email that.
Hold on. Let's call this segment now Evan's turn to talk.
yes, we'll be right back with Evan's turn to talk. And then Nabashin will throw it out.
Definitely
and
not allowed
ask
to
the
talk
question.
during the normal podcast.
You are totally allowed to talk.
You just
Anyway,
don't.
we'll
We force you to.
we'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Right.
Yep.
Rob? So, have you heard, Rob?
He's
That the bird is the word.
J-
Rob,
sort of like, but not nearly as bad as where's my shotgun comment.
hey, Rob, have,
Nabashin, did you hear that?
I heard it.
Okay. No, I
I
mean
was
like
in the other
the one
room.
before. When you heard it?
Yeah, yeah. I was in the other room when I heard it. Like,
when he gets back, let me know.
Sorry, Nabashin, to put you in an uncomfortable situation. Just by the way.
oh, you're good, man. Like I said, if you guys want to talk, it was fine. I just didn't want to speak on it anymore.
I would never make you talk about it.
Yes, you would.
Evan, why do you think you're not allowed to talk?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right.
Evan's always in an uncomfortable situation if I never speaks.
Exactly. Evan's just constantly uncomfortable around all of us.
At the time, I'm really.
Speaking of which, was there the same controversy over movies like that?
No.
Critically acclaimed as
There
well with.
was, but people don't really talk about it now.
Do Star Trek so much
They
better
don't
than
fight it as
Star
much as
Wars?
they do for video games.
There you go. There's your controversy. Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Um,
There's your fanboy rage.
And actually, my roommate is a fan of both.
I am a fan of both.
I'm a fan of neither. Sorry.
Like a hardcore fan.
well, Scott.
That's
I
totally
mean, like,
fine.
I tried, but then I'm like, no.
It's totally fine. That's okay.
Is Rob here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Okay.
Rob, guess what?
What?
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
What the fuck?
Why?
Bird,
Heaven.
bird is where. What movie is that from? God damn it.
That's from Family Guy.
Family Guy.
No,
It's just an episode.
it's not from Family Guy. That's from something else. Family Guy's making fun of something else. And I saw it when I was a kid. And I
Oh, then none of us are gonna know.
Nope. No
damn
way.
it. Pee Wee Herman was in it, I think.
Check IMDb.
I'm too lazy, dude.
I'm not. Check away.
So are we back? I was assuming.
No,
That was
no.
we were.
Stupid. Evan, whenever you're ready.
Hey,
Was
Rob.
it the Smurfs too?
Yeah, Evan, what's up, man?
I'm going to tell you what you want, what you really, really need.
No, you got it wrong, dude.
What?
I have to change it up. It gets boring.
You got the lyrics wrong, though.
I know. I have to change it up. It gets
I'm
boring.
gonna tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna.
I want to sell you some video games.
You want to sell me some video
Evan,
games?
just fucking read the goddamn news.
I guess it is. What is it? 1 o'clock for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
113.
You guys
These kind of comments that Evan has for himself that make himself laugh is the original reason, way back when, is why we decided that Evan is the guy that we're going to bash the entire time.
Yep. Scott and I made a decree privately saying, like, I can't fucking stand this asshole. Alright, I got an idea.
Okay. This past week on PSN, for the PS3 games, we have Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse for $15. Diablo 3 for $60. Rayman Legends for $60. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate for $40. For the network, we have Brother: A Tale of Two Sons for $15. Chaos Code for $12. One Piece Pirate Warriors 2 for $50. Hunter's Trophy 2 America for $10.
America.
Cake Beat, which is a cross-buy for $10 or $8 for the plus.
For the plus. That's what we should refer to ourselves as, the plus.
The plus. For PS2 classics, we have Stella Deuce, the Gate of Eternity, right? Deus, something. $10.
Sure. Whatever you say, Evan.
For the past week on XBLA, we have Free Fall Racers for $10 US, $10 US.
You don't have to say the U.S. You know that, right?
Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse for $15. This past week on NintendoWare for the Wii U, we have Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Mysteria for 15,
Nastara, but you know what?
or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
whatever.
Sisters Twisted Dreams for 15.
That sounds like a porn name.
Yes. Breath of Fire 2 for $8. Spot the Differences. Party for $5.
Oh, that you know that's a fucking party right there.
For the 3DS, we have Sonic Generations for $30. Summer Carnival 92 Rekka for $5.
What is this game?
Dash XL 3D for $5. And Darts Up 3D for $3. For the DSi, we have Jewel Adventures for $5. For the 2DS, we have nothing because it's not out yet.
Wow, Evan. You know what? For your first attempt at adding a little humor, bravo.
Retail releases for the week of November.
November.
Holy shit, that was his first attempt.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about it too, Scott. I was thinking about it too.
That really was his first attempt, wasn't it?
145 episodes, and it finally got there.
Okay, guys. Okay.
High five. That was off the screen. Oh well.
Retail releases for the week of September 10th, 2013. We have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix for the PS3. We have Amnesia Mission Pigs for PC. Elder Scrolls Anthology for the PC. Puppeteer for the PS3. NHL 14 for the PS3 and 360. And we have Killzone Mercenary for the PS Vita.
Picks and craps. Rob, do you know how this works? Because Nick didn't.
Well, I'm assuming that of next week's games, I'm going to pick like the best and the worst of the lot, right?
Yep.
Out of all the games on this list, these are all of the retail release or new releases.
All right, so we're going all new. So am I including Diablo 3 in this mix, or are we just doing next week's?
Yes, we allow repeats when it comes to PS3 games because some of them come out on download as well, and I'm too lazy to take them off.
See, unlike Nick,
Yes,
I'm
you-
intelligent, so I'm gonna tell you what this is right now.
Okay.
Obviously, you're gonna tell us what you want.
Okay.
What you really, really want? You want to want a
Fuck all you guys,
Zigga
man. That's some weak shit right there that you guys got going on. Okay.
That's why I will never do new releases.
I've got 2 picks. Can I have 2 picks
Okay.
or just one?
You have to pick You have to pick one, but you can say what your other one would be.
Puppeteer.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Puppeteer.
look pretty good.
That looks great.
The other one I would pick
have money.
is definitely Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That's right, son.
You are
Yeah.
among friends.
I know.
Everyone here but Evan.
Well, I was gonna defend Evan, but not anymore.
That guy.
I guess my crap of the week is gonna be NHL 14. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
People like Greg.
I don't know this guy Greg, so
Yeah, Greg loves his hockey, so.
Well, you see, I would
honestly
defend
don't
it
know
too,
that.
but I had an NHL game, and as fun as it was, the more fun sports games are the ones that are kind of realistic, but they do over the top shit that definitely
Mario
isn't.
Strikers charged.
So, like, the last NHL game I enjoyed was a long time ago for the PS2, and you customize your character, and one guy on my team had a shark head.
Hell yeah.
We named him Mojo Jojo. He was the goalie. He made all of our team's goals.
Oh, it sounds great.
It was the funniest thing ever. They try to make a shot. We take control of the goalie. We check the guy, and we take the puck all the way to the other end.
Oh, that's great.
It
Okay.
was just a giant joke the entire way through, and we loved it.
Okay. That does sound good. Scott. Picks and crabs.
Pick. Any of these downloadable titles any good?
I hear Gianna Sisters' Twisted Dreams pretty erotic.
No, Gianna Marcus is pretty erotic.
What?
Oh,
I mean, I didn't want to go for low-hanging fruit like Jewel Adventures. I try to be a little bit relevant with my picks.
Yeah, I got you. Dude, whatever, Scott. Look at this one.
One Piece Pirate Warriors 2 is $50.
Amnesia, a machine for pigs. What?
Yep.
Isn't that
Amnesia,
just
a
the
Machine for Pigs. Is the sequel to Amnesia, The Dark
sequel? Dark
Descent.
Descent.
There you go.
Didn't think the first one was that great though.
Oh, fuck you. Outlast for PlayStation Network.
Alright, I'll take that as my pick. And then I'm going to crap on the Killzone games with the PS Vita, because they're all no.
It's actually pretty good. I
Got
played the
good
beta.
reviews.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna pick Kingdom Hearts, but I really want to get an Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Oh, it looks so good. I'm going to crap all over. God, there's so much to choose from.
I know.
I should just crap on Brothers. I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
Make bread, bro.
I know. I would make bread, Shumir Crag. I'm gonna crap all over Elder Scrolls Anthology because who wants to play? Who really wants to play Daggerfall? Like, who wants to go out of their way to play Daggerfall?
Not this guy.
No one.
Maybe roommate Katie. I know she's more of a Morrowind girl though.
Yeah, I hear Morrowind's the shit, but
Still
specifically,
her Beyblade, even over Skyrim.
yeah, man, that shit's good. I played a little bit of Morrowind. I wish I had played more. I can't go back now, but out of the anthology, man, Daggerfall, really? Elder Scrolls 1 Arena? Hell yeah. But Daggerfall can go fuck itself. Evan.
Yeah, my pick. This is hard.
Is it?
Is it really, Evan? Like, for you?
Yeah, because you don't go out of your way to pick something that nobody else has picked, like I do.
Like Scott. Nabishin. Well, Evan's thinking.
Pick Kingdom Hearts. Crab Boulder Dash. Because it's Boulder Dash.
Alright,
There's a joke there.
There is a joke there somewhere buried underneath all the folds.
my pick would be Sonic Generations.
Come on.
Crap would be Spot the Differences. Party!
Okay. Let's take a peek into the mail sack. How's that sound?
I like the spelling that we had going for a little while, but you decided that I couldn't do that.
I mean, I would want it. Don't get me wrong, but I can't in good conscience. We have a net mail this week. Hi, Irrational Passions crew. This is Mr. Nep with a new question for you guys. This week, I want to ask you about games you've played and they got ported to another platform you own. How often do you double dip for the game? If it's on a new platform, wow, fuck that sentence up. Does the game become more desirable for you to replay it if it hits a new platform? Do you have some weird rule or stipulation that makes your decision? Keep in mind the instances where it gets ported to a console for the first time, or to a handheld, or to a PC when answering this question. That's all I got this week. Mr. Nep out.
Okay, the only
See, Mr. Nep, that's a good question.
That is a damn good question.
Yeah, 'cause he slept the last one. The last one was kind of weak. This one's really good.
I mean, all the games I like come out on the same platform, on the different platforms at the same time, so I don't double dip. So that's my answer.
Boom! Drop the mic.
But the only reason I would double dip,
You double dipped on Battlefield.
yeah, because I'm away at college. That's the only reason why. I was just about to say it.
Okay.
Justification.
The only reason I did double dip was because of Battlefield, was because I did move away to college and I would not be able to bring my Xbox.
So you brought your PS3, which you can play on. Okay. You double dip on Call of Duty for the same console.
I don't do that. I don't. My brothers do. I buy one and then they'll buy the other.
Okay.
So it's not me. It's my family.
Too much Call of Duty in the house. I have the only series that I other than Tales of Vesperia, which like when that got ported to PS3 got a whole bunch of new content. The only series I double dipped on is Mass Effect. I own 1 and 2 on all of its available platforms.
Now let's also take into account here. It counts that it counts as a double dip if the game doesn't change. However, it gets, I don't know.
If it gets new content, that wouldn't count.
It doesn't. That doesn't count. However, if it doesn't, yet it's still ported over to a newer version of a system, but it doesn't get changed at all. A port. It's still a port.
Yeah.
And it still counts.
Yeah, totally. I triple dipped on Mass Effect 1 and 2, so.
Triple dip.
I have it for PC, 360, and PS3.
I'll double dip. I don't care.
Like,
You don't care? You'll just buy anything
Nope.
for multiple consoles?
for me, the
I've
only
got-
time when I will double dip is when, for some reason whatsoever, I couldn't play it on the console I had before.
Yeah.
Just like the reason why I double dipped on Battlefield.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure, Evan, keep telling yourself that.
that works. Exactly, Evan. Like,
I don't
Whatever you
remember
say, bro.
where I did it, but I know that I have. I don't remember what game it was.
I double dipped on the Darksiders series. I have them for PS3 and PC. So. I'll get some on PC if it's on sale for Steam. I'll do that if I'm feeling it. So I hope to someday own a gaming PC so I can play all of them and they'll all look fucking magical.
No, let me ask you: double dipping, does that count? If like Metal Gear Solid 3, I own that game like 4 different times.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like an HD remake,
It doesn't count.
I don't think.
Why doesn't it count though? You're still double dipping. It's the same game.
It's a new version of the game with high-res graphics.
Trophies.
You'd be buying a port then. You know, it's a better port. It's a superior port, but I wouldn't qualify as double dip. Double dip, like what Scott and I are saying, is like it's the
Direct port.
same game.
Hold on, let's look
Quite-
at this question here, guys.
Okay.
Do you have some? Keep in mind the instances when you get when it gets ported to a new console for the first time or to a handheld. So according to the question, I'm not wrong here.
Yeah. No. Listen, you can bring up those games, but the term double dip
Refers to ports.
would specifically
Not
just
to
refer to
remakes.
ports. You could say, yeah, I bought this on this platform, this and this, but you'd just be buying it on multiple platforms.
But yeah, Borderlands. I have that on 360 and PlayStation 3. The original BioShock, same deal there. I don't mind if a game's real good. I don't mind double dipping.
Yep.
Myself.
Agreed. I have Spelunky on obviously multiple platforms. It's so good on Vita.
He realizes he has a problem, but he is debating
Like I'm
whether
going
he...
to buy it for PC just because I want to own it for everything it's on.
You have a
If
problem.
it comes
I like-
out for Wii U, I'll buy it for fucking Wii U.
This is not. This is an intervention. All right.
No, it's not. Fucking it's
I know.
Spelunky.
That's so good. Scott, you should really buy Spelunky.
But to me, it's gonna always be that
Um,
party game.
Yeah. It's
But
really
I'll never
Oh,
really
but it's
actually...
so not. It's so not.
for you. It's not.
It's both for me, you know?
Right.
Not.
But for me, that's always where the fun is going to be for me.
We do have another question here, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's move on. I think we've answered that question aptly.
And yes, I double dip. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yes,
Obviously
no
known all of the Mass Effect. Yo, the next generation starts in November. This comes from @Nintendad on Twitter. Yo, the next generation starts in November. Put on your tinfoil hats. I'm not going to read the joke because it's poor. Where do you see the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 next November? Halo 5, Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, VR headgear, Modern Zelda? You tell me. Thank you, at Nintendo.
Weird
Why
question.
don't you tell us, Nintendo, you like to make predictions like all the damn time? Call it! No! Mega Man 5 on Wii U for whatever reason.
I don't know, man. Probably some Halo 5 will be out.
Yeah, Halo 5 for sure, right? I mean, that's the only one that they've announced.
Yeah.
Right, so that's no surprise.
Naughty Dog will most likely put out a game on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be either Uncharted or Last of Us game?
I'm almost 100% confident it'll be Uncharted 4.
Okay.
I think they will do a Last of Us 2, but I don't think that's next.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sounds so shocking.
Like, I didn't want it, like, at first when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But, like, they could do, like, a Walking Dead thing where those characters are gone and we bring in new characters and we tell an interesting story. I'd be down. I want that to be a contained story. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
I'm totally with you. But that game sold way too well for that to be a thing.
But I think Naughty Dog, though, at this point in time, you don't have to put a number behind anything that they do, because I think their reputation now is that they're going to give you. They can set themselves up where they give you a one-off and people are happy with it, and it still is going to sell, right?
Yeah, which is the crazy thing. Like, I didn't expect Last of Us to sell nearly as well as it did, but that Naughty Dog name carries way more fucking weight than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, let's go that direction. I want new shit I want more new shit than sequels.
Or give me a series that I played on a previous generation, but reimagine it, like Infamous Second Son or Killzone Shadowfall.
Or even a game like DMC.
Yeah.
Right? And that game is sweet, dude.
Yeah. That's like I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Will there be an HD Zelda out by then?
No.
Probably.
No.
It's possible. I don't know if it'll be out by next
Wishful
November.
thinking. Come on, man. No way.
Like I feel like that's gonna take a while. You know, Skyward Sword
They
for
didn't
5
even
years.
announce it yet, so no.
Yeah,
What's the cycle between Zelda games right now?
like 5 years,
5 years?
3 to 5
When
years.
they-
I mean,
it's like 2 years afterwards.
look at it this way: there is a Zelda game coming out this November. It looks awesome.
As far as new additions, like to the heavy hitting side, like the 3D side, that's going to be a 5-year cycle.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get a 3D Zelda. Like the only time they turned over 1 in 2 years was when they fucking pumped out Majora's Mask, which is still crazy.
Am I the only one that wants a Metroid game?
Dude,
No,
you are
no, you're
not
not.
the only one. I'm begging. Like, I'm honestly just begging. Give me Star Fox and Metroid.
Killed Metroid? No, that was
No,
Mega Man.
that's Mega Man. And I didn't kill Mega Man. Capcom killed Mega Man.
Yeah, and it's gonna be brought back as my number 9. What?
Which we forgot to talk about.
It's Kickstarter, don't worry about it.
It's a Kickstarter. Fuck it.
It's already funded, so why you
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Who cares?
I've gotten into 2 Metroid games. One where I was like, you know what, I'm not finishing it, and the other one was like Fusion, and I was like, you know what,
Fusion's so good.
Fusion's not a Metroid game, dude.
not.
Metroid Fusion is totally a Metroid game.
What?
It's not as good as Super Metroid, but it's fucking
Am
great.
I thinking? I'm thinking of the wrong one. I'm thinking of Other M. My bad.
Yeah,
dude.
Other M is
Other
Yeah.
M? No. I have no.
Other
Fusion,
M is the least Metroid game.
Fusion
ever
is
made.
another 2D Metroid game.
Okay, my bad.
And I'm like, you know what? If you went and did a handheld 2D Metroid game, I'm down.
Yeah,
Hand it over.
dude, like a 2D Metroid game, but with 3D graphics, like they're doing with the Zelda.
Or more accurately, Mario.
I'm thinking full-on console Wii U Metroid game. You could do some cool shit with the gamepad. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that as well.
I don't know. Because
What?
the Metroid Prime series, I think I tried all of the games, and I'm just like, you know what? I could never ever finish either of them.
It doesn't have to be a
Halfway.
first-person shooter. Be a traditional Metroid game. Just don't be Other M. Which I still think is a good game, but just comparatively, it's
Comparatively, no.
what you
I didn't
didn't.
know you thought highly of that game.
I like the game, just like
I mean, I just didn't know.
yeah. I mean, I Metroid Other M was one of the first games I talked about on the podcast actually, back in the OG
It is.
days.
It is.
So like I like the game. I don't love it. I'm not as offended by the voice acting as most people are.
And it was a disappointment, but it wasn't
wasn't
that
disappointing.
much.
No, it wasn't.
of a
It's not like, oh, this ruined Metroid forever. But it could have been way better. It could have been so much better. Samus could have had a better voice. I think that wraps it up.
Sure. Until you didn't answer the question, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's because it's a weird question. It's like, where do you see the Xbox One? In my living room. Done.
Yeah, there you go.
Where do you see Halo 5? I'm sorry, that has not been announced yet. I don't see it.
Yeah. Well, it's been announced.
It's been announced.
It has been.
It's been teased.
Yeah.
It's been teased.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
A
but
tease is not an announcement.
It's like, hey, there's a Halo game coming.
When there's a trailer for it, it's basically announced. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
Kingdom
like on a,
already got announced.
I don't know, man. Because let's
Look at their
listen to
E3
this.
press conference and tell me that Halo 5 isn't coming out.
yeah, that's true. Watch that. Press.
There was, for a while, there was the Kingdom Hearts End teaser for 2. For a little while, a lot of people were like, this is Kingdom Hearts 3, and then it wasn't. Of course, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. We already know this, but that was definitely not it.
Sky, I'm with you. That Halo trailer could be applicable to like some kind of weird Halo spinoff.
Why would they make a Halo spinoff? That's just stupid.
Because it'll make money. You can
Like
contact
Halo
us
Wars?
in a Halo Wars.
It's like, as much as it should be Halo
Well,
5, and as much as it, you can argue that it's an announcement,
Yeah. It could be something. It could be its own thing. It could be Halo pre-reach. All right. Whatever, man. Embrace the length.
I do every time I look down.
Oh, god damn it. All right, now we're ending the show. You can contact us in a variety of ways. You can send us an email at mailsack@irrationalpassions.com, just like Nep and Nintendo did. That's MAIL sack@irrationalpassions.com. Follow each of us on Twitter. I am at AlFighter27. Evan is at StickerGlue.
Hey, that's me.
Scott is at WhatTechuz.
That's me too.
Options. No.
fucking never let that be you.
Nabashin is at Nabashin186. That's NABESHIN 186. And our guest Rob is at RobZilla1979. You can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337.
It's like Gleet.
Because it is.
Woohoo!
Standard long distance fees do apply.
Ha! You're not salty this time.
We live stream weekly over twitch.tv/RationPassions. You can watch me play Spelunky for 7 hours straight. So that's good stuff. Please follow us there, and of course subscribe to our Facebook page. Wow, YouTube page, YouTube channel, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions. Some other stuff. Please rate and review us on iTunes. Go to retroids.com and join the forums because people there are pretty cool. So have a conversation there. Follow the show on Twitter at IrrationalPod for updates on when we're live on YouTube, when the show goes up, when posts go up on the site, and when videos go up, and when we're doing those Twitch streams. And don't forget to follow our little sister show at MaliciousPod for updates of a similar ilk, just animeified. And also, please tell your friends, because word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. Rob, one more time for us. Where can people find more of you?
I'm at the Gamecocks Gamecast. Every Wednesday or so, we'll have an episode up there. Twitter,
the biggest
Rob
cocks in gaming.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
That should be your tagline. I just thought.
I like that. Can I steal that from you?
Oh, totally. Please do. Or you can do like a back of the box quote where it says "biggest cocks in gaming," Alex O'Neill.
listen next week. I'll definitely do a shout out for you. Okay, I'm writing it down. Hold on.
Okay.
Biggest.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cocks in gaming.
Cocks.
Italicized, bold, underline, cocks.
Yes. I really did write it down, by the way. Like,
I know you did.
I really did.
I
So
believe
have my notepad while I was doing this. And then occasionally I'll write on my blog, gamesonhate.com. I mean, I post like every 2 weeks, so fuck it. Like, I don't expect anyone to go there. But yeah, the Gamecocks Gamecast, that's where it's at.
There you go.
Except for the Irrational Passions podcast.
That's also.
This is really where it's at.
And don't forget to check out the website, IrrationalPassions.com. That's where you can find everything you need to know about Irrational Passions. Nabshin, I accidentally deleted my YouTube history. So I can't find.
That's the greatest show ever.
I can't find where I would play the music that I would be normally playing. So ask me a question, bro.
Sure.
Kill him.
That was a great setup. All right, Rob. So, obviously, this is pretty much just me just asking a random question for everybody to answer. It has to. It's not video game related. It's something totally like off the wall. Just like
Nabishin, listen
something.
good. Listen good. You don't think I'm going to be on this podcast and not prepare? I've listened to this podcast, man.
What?
I know what this segment is.
What is this?
Okay? My name isn't fucking Nick Kowalczyk from the Gamecocks Gamecast. I know what the fuck is up, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Proceed.
All right. Hold on. He does this every week. But if there's a guest, he just calls out their name.
He calls them out.
Okay. Go ahead, Nabshin.
Let's just talk about dreams, man. Not like what you aspire to be, but like dreams that you may have had, like any like memorable dreams that you had.
Can I go first?
These
Sure,
are
go.
Not like actual sleeping dreams, but things you wanted to do.
No, I actually meant the other way around.
Oh, really? You want actual sleepy dreams? Because I fucked up sleepy dreams.
You see, that's why this is a great question.
Okay.
Okay, alright. This is really creepy. I don't know why I dreamt this, but I woke up the other morning, and I remember this girl in the woods.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
girl.
And no, eating a tapeworm.
Whoa, what?
It was
Wait.
gigantic. I don't know why.
Was the tapeworm a metaphor for your cock?
No.
I got it.
No.
The biggest tapeworm, quote unquote, in gaming.
Oh, Evan, put it all the way
Oh,
down.
no, eating it, and then
The hand shape was
Into
way
my guts
big.
through my mouth.
when she finished, see, she started turning into a tree. Okay.
Kids, don't eat tapeworms. That's what we learned. Or
Are you sure this is a
quote-unquote
Chronicles of
tapeworm.
Narnia book or something?
Yeah, right? This kind of sounds like that.
I don't know what to say. I really.
That's the story. That's it.
That was the story. Like,
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. I have a lot of weird dreams, some of which I'm not even comfortable with sharing them on this podcast. I'm trying to think of like one I'm okay with talking about. Some of them are really fun.
Well, I got one more.
Now, is it violent, kind of fucked up?
Sometimes. It varies
Talk
a
about
lot.
the violent, and then maybe the scary. Not so much the other stuff.
Okay. One of my first memories, just in general, was a nightmare I had when I was a kid. It was my first nightmare, like, at least in memory. This was like pre-sleep with a fan blowing in my face days. So that's how you know how long ago it was.
that was a while. Like, that's a long time
Yeah,
ago.
man.
Damn.
It was probably like 16 years ago.
Before I knew him.
It's weird to think that I'm that old. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm not ashamed. I was like, I I was with my family and we were staying in like this cabin in the woods, and these
Great movie.
weird. Yeah,
Not
it was
really.
great. Yeah.
Did you take a
Alright.
motorcycle off a cliff and like crash into
No,
an invisible wall and
It
disintegrate?
was this weird thing where like we were completely cut off from humankind, and aliens like just landed in the woods, and I was like running away, and a lot of the parts where I was running just looked like the scenes in E.T. where the people with flashlights were like waving them through the trees. I think that's probably what partially induced this dream. And yeah, and then like my whole family got turned into like I guess like subordinates, for lack of a better word, by like having this little prick in their neck.
No,
And I-
ET type aliens or the stereotypical green Martian type.
No, they looked like normal people, but they were bald. They had bigger eyes, and the
Aliens
top.
from This is the End.
No, the tops of their heads look like crowns. And I haven't seen The World's End.
Yeah, neither have I, but I've seen commercials and
They
stuff.
weren't robots.
Captain Jack was
Um,
baller in that movie.
Okay.
So they looked weird. I don't know why they looked like they did. I think I had watched X-Files with my mom a couple days before, so that might have induced this as well. Yeah, they took my whole family and they were like surrounding me, and I just gave up on life. And then they like pricked me, and I died. Basically, my consciousness died, and then I woke up and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" It was a really dark dream for like a 4-year-old to have. But yeah, it was fucked up. Like I woke up covered in sweat. It's terrifying. There's one for you.
Alright.
It's an old school dream. I have never forgotten it though. Like that's how scared I was in that moment. It stuck with me. What about you, Scott?
This one is a bit complicated because it's very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a fuck ton going on all at once. It's one of those dreams.
Oh, okay. Those are good. Those are fun to have.
It's another. Scenes are changing constantly. The second you take a step, something's different is going on. So
Yeah.
you might have to come back to me.
Okay. Do you want me to just ask Rob and
Yeah.
and come
Rob,
back? Okay.
Rob
Right.
doesn't remember his dreams.
You don't remember your dreams?
No.
Not any of them.
That means you slept really good.
The only no, I thought it meant that I'm not very sensitive. The people that are more in tune with it.
Like, if you sleep good, you don't remember anything.
Oh, well, I guess I sleep good. No, the only I've got 2 dreams that I can remember, and I'll air quotes dreams because they're more like waking up in the middle of the night hallucinating,
Yeah.
Night terrors.
like crazy shit. And these were when I was
I've got
a little
night
kid.
terrors before. That shit's fucked.
Yeah, 2 times. Now, one was I'd watched the Gremlins,
Oh yeah.
and
When you feed them.
yes. So after midnight, when you feed them after midnight, those green motherfuckers. Like, I remember one time I woke up. I was at my grandparents' house, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I swear to God, I thought one of them was like running across the room. It freaked me the fuck out.
Right,
That's
right.
fine.
Yeah, I don't get nightmares so much as that kind of stuff happening all the time. All the
And then
time.
the other one is I'm terrified of spiders.
Yep.
I am.
You're among friends.
Yeah, that's a reasonable thing though. Spiders can kill you.
Yeah, spiders can kill you.
Tell that to my. I'm gonna get my wife in here because she laughs at me.
Like,
Oh.
like I can understand her laughing because it's pretty rare that you find a spider that can kill you.
Like,
but
just thinking about them, I'm getting
quite
freaked.
frankly, they can kill you.
They're eerie.
Yes, I know. I know. So when I was 5 years old, I remember this. We always had this. What the fuck is it? An encyclopedia. And I always thumbed through the encyclopedia. Like I'm scared of spiders, but I'm fascinated by them. And I'd look at this one spider. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I freaked out because I thought all of those spiders I had seen in the encyclopedia were crawling up from under the bed, coming after me.
Oh my god.
Yikes, man.
And
I've had dreams like that before. I know what you're talking about, man.
yeah, and I was awake.
Mm.
I just freaked
Like,
out. And
I know exactly I know exactly that kind of feeling where you're awake. You know you're awake, but for some reason, nothing is wrong and you think it is.
Yep.
Have you guys ever had
Yes.
sleep paralysis
Like-
before?
No.
It's
I
when
have,
you,
yes.
When you wake up, you're conscious, but you cannot move at all.
Yes.
And it can last anywhere between like 20 seconds and 2 minutes.
Yeah. If you don't know what it is, it's actually really scary.
Oh, it's fucking horrifying.
Wait, what
I
is
looked it up the first time.
What is it, Brad Shoemaker? Scaring me all the time.
I looked it up after it happened to me once, like years ago. It's really
All right. So
unnerving.
have you had your arm fall asleep? Like not like fall asleep pins and needles. You've had it. You
Oh,
can't
yeah,
move
I
it.
have
It
sometimes.
is. It doesn't feel like it's a part of your body anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
That can't happen to all of you, and that doesn't happen in sleep paralysis, which makes it so scary.
Yeah.
So you don't. It's when it happens. It's not like, oh, I can't move this part. I can't move my body. Yeah, it's
can't
sort of
move
like you wake
anything.
up with the pins and needles. It's the fuck is going on? I feel like I'm being contained. I'm trying as hard as I can to move my body, but something is forcing it the other way.
I've never,
That's what
I've
it
never had
feels
that.
like.
Yeah, it's
Never
a
had
real
that
thing.
happen.
You can't open your eyes. You can't anything.
Yeah. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah. You guys just schooled me.
Scott, round us out.
My dream?
Throw it out. Wrap it up.
All right.
3 hours and 41 minutes of recording right now, so
Holy shit.
yeah.
I think this is one of the
Great.
longer ones.
This is one of the longer ones.
All right. So
It's also one of the more
you
depressing
guys
ones.
know the
I'm sorry,
houses
guys.
where there's Ray's part. You've seen Tony's house where you have that walkway.
Yeah.
All right.
A
Well,
lot.
I lived in one of the houses where that walkway was a two-parter, whereas there was a part. Most of the walkway was there's nothing. There's no walls there. It's quite literally an overpass.
Mm-hmm.
So there was the entranceway, and then there was the living room. You could see both parts at a single time. You know, overpass.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. So the dream starts. So I'm in my room on the other side of the overpass from the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts like a deja vu dream where I'm getting up, getting ready for something. I immediately walk out of the room. There's no transition from me getting up to me walking out of the room, but it is no longer my room, so to speak. And the overpass is transformed into I want to say,
Snake Road from Dragon Ball Z.
no, not
That's
even close.
immediately
Not
what
even
I-
close.
That Snake Way. That's immediately what I thought of when you described it.
Not even close. Think extremely, extremely old fictional city.
Okay. Is it something specific?
Whereas the like I want to say Roman roads is the best way to put it.
Yeah, no, that's
Balcony's still the same.
Gotcha.
The overpass is still the same, still whatever. But then everything else appeared into that.
okay. This looks like.
And for
fucking
some reason,
Atlantis is below
my family's on the couch watching. I have no idea. I can't see the TV. It's not there.
You're walking.
I walk down, and for some reason, the straight staircase is now a spiral.
Okay.
And the scene hasn't exactly changed, but the overpass disappears, and for some fucking reason, there's a dinosaur on one side, and there is a fucking flood coming from the other side.
Cool.
Flood doesn't affect me or anybody else, but it hits the fucking dinosaur, and that thing goes flying. All right. Where I'm talking about triple-sized T-Rex dinosaur too.
Oh no, I got you. That's what I'm with.
So I don't. It starts to get shaky after that. Really, it starts to get really, really weird after that, and that's
really?
where I can stop. Before it's like, what the fuck, and after that it's like, no.
Like words can't describe how weird it gets. All right.
It's one of those dreams.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
Normally, I'm pretty sure those are the ones that you wake up and then you forget about. For some reason, I remember this one fairly clearly.
You're not the FBI. The MIB didn't clear enough memory, Scott.
What?
They didn't
Huh?
flash you long enough.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Terrible.
They're not
terrible.
the FBI.
I know. I know.
That's fucking. Of course, you would have the trippiest dream of all of us. No surprises there. That was a good question, Option.
Sure. Don't want to
Thank
spill
you.
about my dreams.
I would love to.
I'll keep it short. I had a dream that I didn't have any arms and legs,
Oh
and
Jesus.
Was it painful?
which Harry Potter? I don't know. I just woke up. I didn't have any arms and legs.
Were you scared?
Which Harry Potter movie? Alex, because I know you know this. Was Robert Pattinson in when he died?
Book 4, The Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. And I just remember, you remember that scene in the movie? It was like when he died and his father went up to him. He was like, "My God!" That
Yeah.
part.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty much happened to me. That guy was there. He screamed at like, "You have no legs and no arms!" And I don't know. And then I woke up. That was
Fuck,
weird.
man. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my dream. End the
Okay.
show.
All right. Thank you, Nabashin, for the question. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a pleasure.
Thank you. I didn't mean to kill the laughter today, but I appreciate it.
No, you didn't kill any laughter. Don't worry. We had good talks, good discussions. That's what matters. Thank you guys. Thank you, Evan and Scott, of course, for joining me as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. We will have you back again. No worries. Talk about
Tell us
that
about
Xbox
that Xbox
One.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't exactly have a choice in that, does he?
Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 145, and I've been your host, Alex O'Neill.
The running time has been over 3 hours.
I thank you for sticking with us this long. Play your games, stay irrational. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Don't stop recording.